Radiant's
S4 could use like another voice on the team. If he needs another leading
Yeah.
like role in the game, even if it's a support role. I think
It's really hard to just captain and shot call specifically from the offlane or core role in general. Some gay heroes, if you're playing Furion, you just don't have the ability to micromanage your team and your minions and your hero.
This is true. I mean, will we see Furion today? I don't know, but we're gonna find out right now because we're in the draft. Bye.
5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. Ten seconds. 5
It was a
seconds.
hell of a match that we just had. Now let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Viking GG versus Alliance. As Kyle suspected, a Nordic team will probably come out on top, but which one remains to be determined. As we jump into the draft of game number 1, T-Governor Jenkins. I'm just as inquisitive as you two are.
We've been put in the bin. Oh, no. It's like little, no beard, barely beard, beard.
Wait, what do you
Big
mean, no
thinking
beard?
emojis all over here.
I don't know. I have a beard. What are you talking about?
I see the peach fuzz.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Getting up there.
Oh, quite the draft we got going here.
It's
Oh, there we
tiny.
go.
Give me.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Dire must choose.
Enchantress.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
Venomancer.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Turns to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban. It is Dire's ban. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Dyer's turn to pick. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant must choose. Dyer's turn to pick.
Rubik.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
This start is just bad.
I'm sorry, you have to know.
I would definitely bet body parts that this team took the earliest tier 2 tower in the tournament.
Okay.
I would bet 1 or 2 appendages.
Can we shave off your body part?
That's not an appendage. I would
That's-
not.
yeah.
I'd rather lose an arm than the hair.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is a reason why. Like, they pick these push heroes. They pick the Jakiro, they'll put it mid. They pick the Death Prophet for Limp constantly. This is one of his heroes.
But the nice thing about this DP pick in this position is even if they pick a counter in the lane, the side lanes for Alliance are set up to be aggressive, which locks in the supports from Viking. They can't freely make these moves into this mid to pressure DP, even if it's in a non-DP matchup. If Alliance went for more like save-orientated heroes and more passive heroes, then we would expect this DP to be under a lot of pressure, rebuttaling that early push. But the Jakiro, the Veno, these are heroes that basically lock in Vikings' lineup to go, okay, we have to play on the side lanes till minute 10, and then at that point, DP's already got what she needs to be a little bit more pressured.
Right, and they have such a good death ball too.
Yeah.
With the DP and the Veno. I think you have to ban anti-mage here if you're Viking. I think Alliance is just going to insta-pick anti-mage.
Seconds.
They could also all in on the push. They could go for some sort of like Lycan, maybe.
Seconds.
But man, Nico Baby anti-mage is just so good.
It is. Nico Baby in general, come on.
Yeah, true. They banned the Spectre, okay. I mean, better against the Drow, I would say, in terms of it's more of a reliable hero at countering the Drow. But the anti-mage, we've seen anti-mage versus Drow where AM has like a slight lead. It makes the Drow look like a complete trash hero.
Anti-mage still available, Sven still available, Viking GG. Most likely, what are they looking for here? What do you think this Tiny and Enchantress are doing? You thinking a 3 Tiny? Are you thinking...
No, this is very much a mid-tiny now with the 4 Rubik and 5 Enchantress, where Drow will be the carry, and they're looking for their offlaner. Potentially, we have seen the Tiny be put into the offlane role by, I believe, Hellraisers. Didn't really work out, so that's why I'm expecting it just to be the Boom Tiny on mid lane.
And you're okay
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
stays static in the lane, plays with one support coming in, Tiny might lose his tower. So it's all about how are they enabling the Tiny at the critical points. Can Tiny gank? Can Tiny defend? That's how I see this matchup.
Right, I agree. You think it's like some melee strength hero against the Siphon that you're gonna just destroy it as Death Prophet, which is possible. Like I think Limp is a high enough skill mid laner that he could just totally steamroll this. But with that being said, Tiny also has Burst, and Burst counters Death Prophet. Like that's, you know, so if you can get a good support rotation, you can definitely kill the DP here.
Yeah.
What's that ban? Weaver ban. That's the really old Weaver model.
I won't lie, I couldn't even see it, so I was like,
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
Looking from below. Yeah.
below.
oh yeah.
Which is
I
weird. 'cause
showed you
he's-
my Shikushi. Please respond.
Beastmaster, there's the offlane. So yeah,
Okay.
locking in that Tiny mid.
A lot of push.
So I think Sven.
Yeah.
I think you're totally right with the Sven. I feel like it's like Sven or Gyro, something to take space.
You don't like the anti-mage anymore because why?
The Beastmaster, tons of physical damage.
Too much
versus
pressure
the-
as well. Their early timing, even if lanes go bad, they're just gonna be able to go. Like we saw that in that Liquid game with that Lycan. It's the same principle of even after a bad fight, their post fight is gonna be so strong that Viking can just roll over this alliance lineup.
Then
Like,
again, you do have a Jakiro though against the Beastmaster. Like that destroys the board, right? So if you really think the aim is just great for the game, you could go
yeah,
for it.
you
but-
could. They
okay,
go
the Sven is.
Sven, yeah.
Select your
It's physical resistance. It's a cleave hero that's going to be able to take the space that an anti-mage would be taking with the exact same mechanic with the Battle Fury. So
My
Feels better.
fears for Viking are they are the ones that are somewhat on the timer because their construct to a fight isn't as simple as like we park one guy in front. They have a lot of like reinitiators and also a lot of delicate heroes. So when Alliance want to play out an objective, they're going to have the Plague Wards around the objective. DP's already pressuring the tower. Sven with his Ags rolling in. Earth, like I don't see Viking able to take a true team fight if they're not the ones making the first move. And if they're ever under pressure, it's way too hard to get a good formation to defend themselves. But again, their lanes are pretty interesting. They're strong, and if they can get the ball rolling, I can see them non-stop aggression, take fights on their opponent's half. They die, they reset, they go again, they punish the timings, and then I can see them winning this game. But Viking have to play so damn well to not run into that wall and making the mistakes that we've seen a lot of teams make before.
yeah, I'm thinking about the laning phase too. Like when you think, okay, Sven versus Beastmaster, it's a last pick Sven, so obviously that's going to be a counter. You can cleave the boar. Jakiro versus Beastmaster, you just breathe fire on the boar and the hero. That's a one lane. You have Venomancer, which normally would lose to a Drow and an Enchantress, a double range. But then you have the Earth Spirit, who can kick the Drow in. You can kill the Drow.
Grab creep waves as well. Like
So a lot of moving pieces here, Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna say I feel like Alliance has like a 50-50 against the Drow lane. I'm still going on about this. I think Alliance wins their lanes.
there we go. Let's go.
It's just that simple. Speaking of which, in the coin regards, they have lost nearly every single Jakiro game.
As expected,
So,
Jakiro mid is not.
this thing's not looking great. Thankfully, it's not a core Jakiro. It is a support Jakiro, but still, you know, will Alliance have their work cut out for them. This may be the last time that you might see odds this one-sided, though, as we are moving forward in the Immortal playoffs. Teams are very, very even. Let's see how even this game one is as we pass it on to our casters.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a versus Viking GG. I'm Eddie Pixel here with Fog for this best of 3. Fog, we're seeing the lineup, so what do you reckon? We're getting the Drow come out from Viking. It's going to be answered with that final pick of the big old Sven coming out from Alliance. And overall, a draft where, according to the panel, seems like Alliance are going to have the edge in the lanes.
Yeah, it does look like a really good Alliance draft, not only just in lanes, but throughout the majority of it, of the game, too. I think that there's definitely a bit of a timer here on Viking. It looks like a little bit of a scary lineup, too, when you're playing with this Drow, that there are heroes that can just push you into the fights, right? So it does look like it can be scary for her, but if I've ever seen any team play fast, it is Viking. They like to play with these type of styles, with that tiny mid, with that Beastmaster, that Drow to pressure, take objectives. So, hey, should be a pretty interesting one.
Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. As we get ourselves into the action, and the action kicking off already as Celery. Well, he's dead. This is going to be first blood for Alliance. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to. They're going to try and give it to Limp.
You're burned.
I mean, dude, he can't control.
Well, he
burn.
shouldn't have casted it.
What do you mean he shouldn't have cast it? Oh, there we go. They did try and give it to Limp. Wasn't going to be the case. FNG the one to take it. But still, Alliance as a whole getting that first blood.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the Orb of Venom start here for Hanskin, so he's going to be wanting to play very aggressive. As they said on the panel, he can make some pretty cool moves here, right? Like if he can get on top of the Drow, he can push the Drow out of position onto the Veno and stuff like that. He's got a lot of different cool moves. I'm looking forward to see some better Earth Spirit play in general, because I think I've just been seeing a lot of these guys, they've been suffering a lot. Most of these Earth Spirits, they've been, you know, the games haven't been so clean.
Flaming all the Earth Spirit players of today, eh?
Well, Zayat's in particular has been having some tough ones.
Is it Zayat you're flaming, or it was Gilga you're flaming? Oh, we'll see what's going to be done here in this game, Viking versus Alliance. I mean, for you coming into this one, from what we've seen from the two teams, is just a general summary. I mean, what's sort of been your sort of feedback on how they've been playing? Like, coming into this, are you expecting like Alliance to have an edge, or have Viking actually been showing some good stuff that you think they can't be written off here?
I mean, I think Alliance should have a little bit of an edge, but I think Viking is just one of those kind of like, I don't want to say like undervalued because like an underdog thing, but they're just this X factor, right? They're just, you're not too sure, because sometimes they just look so explosive, other times they just fall flat on their faces. So, but this is their style. You know, they have Boom. He's playing his Tiny. He's very comfortable on that hero, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do when he's laning versus a pretty tough lane, in my opinion.
Looking at the lane setup, so this top lane, FNG on the Jakiro, going to do his best to push back this lane, make sure space is secured for the Sven in the safe lane. I mean, all in all, it is a strong lane for Alliance, right? Toby's got to be careful with the boars. Very easy to feed them away against the FNG dual breath, and eventually Nico Baby with that cleave.
Yeah, can be an annoying lane for sure for that Beastmaster. I'm already seeing though, like Viking, they kind of covered their base a little bit. They blocked the pull camp, so they're gonna make sure that they keep that lane, you know, equilibrium there. So they're just playing a straight up lane. While at the same time too, we see Alliance, they blocked the hard camp. So both teams kind of wanting to just like duke it out and lane, it feels like. Wonder if we see Aramis kind of change the style and start pulling waves.
Hang on,
Like, it's a tough lane.
It's going to be okay. The ball coming in to stop FNG from chasing. And then down bottom, some sweet little micro here, actually. That's going to set up for a bit of a play on the S4. He's got the Fairy Fire popped, roll forward from Hansken. Stops the chase from Celery.
This is going to be a hard lane. They didn't block that hard camp there, and it looks like it's going to be respawning in a second. Yes, so they're going to have to deal with Celery grabbing those creeps every single time because they did not go for that block here. I guess they wanted to try to get the pulls off, but I mean, there's an Enchantress there. If you pull it, he's just going to take the creep.
Celery's just going to stop it every time.
Yep.
And what are we seeing here in terms of CS down bottom, Shad? It's got 7 and 7.
Nice.
And a lot more than S4. S4 struggling to get the CS right now.
Nice.
Sorry, I have 4 and 3. It's okay, right?
He'll catch back up in a bit.
Yeah.
I like how they made that pressure move, though, when Hansken was kind of trying to pull the side, so they forced the enchant to be casted. So then he has to wait 20 seconds to be able to take a creep. Mid, first few levels, we're seeing the Tiny does do pretty well. I think it's as those levels start to progress on DP, the harassment starts to come out. But
sure, yeah, Lim's going to be a little heavier with the nukes. You're always going to have that siphon to just out-sustain the damage that the Tiny's kicking out.
Yeah, and we'll see the big, you know, rune rotation. Who's going to be able to get and fill up their bottle in particular? Is the Tiny going to be able to fill up his bottle? Because he's going to always be the one a bit lower on health because of the pressure from the Death Prophet.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute as well who's going to be heading over to secure that power room for Boom. I should imagine he's not going to be able to just get it on his own. Up top, Aramis. He's going to continue to be chased. It does have a wind lace though.
FNG's just not letting him pull the wave back. Yeah, not letting him pull the wave away, at least. Not letting him do any type of shenanigans there. We also see FNG, I think he dewarded the pull camp too, so he got that little bit of extra golden experience for himself. And they just want to fight this lane. But I do think that Toby's done a pretty damn good job. 15-4 on the Beastmaster versus Sven.
Yeah, I thought it would be tougher for the Beastmaster, but yeah, Toby's showing us up here.
Yep. And Nico Baby's already expended his stuns multiple times. He's out of mana on the Sven, so yeah, I'd say that top lane is what I would think as a win. Sure, they're not winning in last hits, but the fact that they're versus a Jakiro with the Beastmaster, I think they should be very happy that they're at this point here with this beast.
This is the mid lane. We've had Boom. It was about 20 seconds before the rune spawn. He just didn't feel like he could stay in the lane, so he's having to head back to base. Means that he misses out on the 4-minute rune, and Lim gets the chance to have a couple of waves to himself without any interference from the Tiny.
Pretty huge. I think that's his boots already coming out too, so he's going to have a big advantage over this Tiny in the next few moments. And we see, you know, that level 4 kind of hits, and Death Prophet really starts to command lead.
I mean, could Viking have afforded to get one of their supports heading over to mid? Like you look at the the options they have available with the Rubik and Enchantress. Can you try and do something against the DP on the early levels with a Tiny in mid, or is it just a little too hard to dive a hero that has this Siphon?
I think the Siphon versus Tiny in particular just makes it really difficult, and it's going to be an obvious move, right? Like, FNG's been tracking that Rubik like a hawk, so as soon as he moves from top, FNG's going to call it, and FNG's actually getting ran down top.
They're going in on him here. FNG's able to get back underneath the tower. Nico Baby helping him out with the Warcry.
Yep.
So he's going to be able to put a stop to it. Toby's still able to grab the creep wave.
Yep.
This is going to be very nice for him as he's able to control that, take it right round, and continue the pretty much free farm on the Beastmaster back over mid. Things are not getting any better for Boom, as Boom, he needs help. He needs it now. It's inbound. He'll start to bottle up, and that TP over will at least stop Limp from going any more aggressive. He's getting this rune. It's lane in the mid lane, only getting better and better for the DP. 26-12 against the 18-1. Now he's going to look towards Aramis as Aramis has stepped over Limp. He's going to chase this. Aramis may have just given up his life. Limp, does he want to continue? No. Boom has got the mana, so it doesn't want to move forward there, worried about getting caught out by the Tiny combo. But still, we're starting to see that Limp, he just owns this mid lane. This area of the map, very scary for Boom or anyone else that tries to come over and help.
I think it's really important, though, for like Viking that they haven't been pressured on their Drow or their Beastmaster, and their lineup is really about this big-time push.
Yeah, sure.
These are the two that need to be enabled for this push to really go and work, and it's going perfect here. Shad's almost level 6 here on this Drow.
And does this sort of surprise you, because you look at what they were actually laning against from Alliance, and you feel that Alliance with these dual lanes could have actually done better?
Rotation S4, he does go down. That's the one thing about the Earth Spirit. That's why I was saying I wanted to see what this Earth Spirit could make happen, but this is what I've kind of been seeing happen over and over again. He can't contribute too much to lane, so it's really just S4 mostly there by himself dealing with an Enchantress and this creep. And look at the Enchantress. She's farming as well. 20 last hits.
Okay.
Like, if this Drow has 33, Enchantress has 20 from farming neutrals and stuff like that. So it's,
I guess
this bottom lane is tough.
A few of them are probably the Plague Wars, right?
Absolutely.
She's clearing out the Plague Wars bottom, but still, you know, it's still money. Mid lane, Limp at the moment, he's keeping the game in control here for Alliance. 6 minutes in, taking away the tier 1 tower mid. Like, for sort of the fact that the side lanes aren't maybe going as well as Alliance would have hoped, they are going to have this DP that's going to be able to sweep up now that Limp's taken that mid tower, come up with the next ult to one of these side lanes, and just start getting things going in favor of Alliance with the pushes.
All right, Limp playing it perfectly. As soon as Tiny leaves lane, takes tower. Drow, like we said though, Drow and Beastmaster are very enabled right now. So they will be strong whenever they do want to join up into those fights. And Sven, he is choosing to lane still at the moment. So he is, I think it's a bit of a scary position for Nico Baby to actually be up here when he's playing versus this Beastmaster that's soon going to be 6.
Hanskin, he's going to try and dive in on this.
Okay.
Rolling in onto Aramis, FNG stepping forward. And so Hanskin, he's going to start taking hits from the tower. Hanskin goes down, Limps in with the wraparound. Extra TP's coming in from Viking as Boom heads over with the avalanche on towards Limp, into the toss. Do they have enough damage for Limp, though? That's the question. He's going to turn with the Siphon, but he's taking the tower hits, Limp. The Siphons are keeping him healed up, will allow him to finish off Toby, but the Fade Bolt into the tree comes into the face of Limp. As Limp goes down, FNG's got to run. Boom and Aramis, they're trying to chase. Boom should have avalanche back up in a second. He does. He's up to the high ground. Nearly has enough mana for the toss. Might not even need it. Just punches down the dragon. And Elias just a little too forceful there with that dive around the tier 1 top. Hanskin rolling in. Felt confident because he had the backup from Limp. But underneath the tower, Viking were able to easily turn and hold them off.
That's why I was surprised kind of the way that Nico Baby was positioning himself so far up as this Sven. It's because Limp was rotating in, but it's an easy rotation. That's where Boom thrives. Because he's behind as this Tiny, he's like, oh my god, they're diving tower. Thank god. Like, this is my position to finally get something rolling for myself as this Tiny. So it gets a good positioning there, and they have the slow constantly being applied to Limp.
Oh, nice. And the sort of the dream item for the mid Tiny as well. Boom, he's going to get the faded brooch.
Yup. I think they both sides got the faded brooch.
They
so I
did.
think Limp will also have it.
Again, that thing, the deep conspiracy.
We know.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah.
We know the conspiracy.
The timings, when you hit the neutral at the same time on both sides, you'll get the same item. That's how the maths works. It's all in the system. Now we just need someone to crack the code so they work out which second gets which neutral item.
They don't even have to roar this. An easy kill.
should look.
I mean, this is what you're on about, right? Viking, if they get good lanes, they start to make these moves pretty quickly.
Yup, and this is a lineup.
This is where they look good.
And this is a lineup, like you're playing versus Sven. Sven, this hero takes time to get online. You want to be backing up, you want to be able to hit jungle. Viking GG, their draft is not about waiting on anything. They're about just going. And Drow soon is going to start joining this once she feels, you know, comfortable to do so. But their lineup can really get the ball rolling. I think it's going to be a lot of pressure onto Limp to, you know, make that space for Nico Baby to really farm up that jungle, because I think Viking's really going to start collapsing and looking for all these towers very quick.
Yeah, I don't know if he's changed it, but you can sort of see the pressure on Nico Baby with his build. He's going for the Mask of Madness. I feel like we've seen a lot of Svens nowadays. If the game's going to how you hope it to be, you get in the Midas. But Nico Baby realizing he's going to need something much sooner to actually help him in these fights that Viking GG are absolutely going to bring, with Toby getting that Necro book out. As you say, the Drow just having a solid opening to this game. Viking GG are going to come in with the pushes, and Alliance, they've got to be ready to fight them.
And they're going to have to be fighting mostly man down, right? Because Nico Baby's just not going to be there. Surprising that they have 0 stacks for him, actually, though.
Just this little ancient one he's done himself.
Yeah, I think maybe they could have utilized a little bit more time, maybe from Hanskin, a little bit of movement for him to get a couple of those stacks getting on, because they didn't do much on the bottom lane, right? So
I mean, it's definitely true. You could look at the first 10 minutes of this game, and you could certainly say, what has the Spirit done? He's not been able to get lots done in this opening Hanskin.
He's protected S4 in some situations. Like S4 would have definitely died more if he wasn't lingering on the side there, but maybe he could have found a moment or two to have backed it up. And I think, like we said, I think this is Vikings' timing to really kind of press that issue forward. But at least Alliance, they've taken mid tower and bottom tower, which is going to give them a lot of information on the map with these wards that they can play.
I mean, Nico Baby would definitely be on the same line of thinking as you, though. He'd be like, guys, we could have done with some more stacks here. Come on.
At least one, come on.
I mean, you know, Viking, they don't even have a team that really can contest the stacks either, so all the more reason to get them going.
And here we go. They're ready to go. Everyone's got their level 6, or the important ones at least.
Let's see what they can find down here. It is S4 pushing out alone.
Do they have the toss to a lift?
He senses something's up, but they've found him. In they go. S4 dropping the Poison Nova. Just trying to be annoying, at least kick some damage back out on the way out. Verifier won't save him.
Oh, nice contribution there by Celery. The one attack from the Centaur getting the last
top lane. What's happening here?
There's a Roar
down to Toby, but he's still going to be able to find the Roar onto Hanskin. Limp's got to run. They're going to drop the Macropie down. Limp's going to pop the Ghost, but the multi-shot's hit from Chad, throwing them into the Avalanche. FNG, Limp, they're getting so low. They've got to run. The impetus is out. FNG goes down. Limp, he's going to die, or maybe not. Typhon, the Sun, it's saving him for now, but Viking, they've got 4 heroes. Boom just tears through the trees. Takes him out. That was the exorcism. And he only ended up exorcising himself from the game. He's dead.
And this is big timing. They're going to just show up and bring that action to you. Death Prophet, no real save behind her this time around. And there's a lot of burst damage she has to worry about. A lot of kiting as well. See that Boar Slow really coming into play. Same thing with the enchant coming from the Enchantress. Very nice fight.
That's going to hurt, though, if you're losing these exorcism opportunities.
It's go time, right? Viking, they don't have to wait on anything. Like, Roar is down, but who cares? Their lineup is all about putting that pressure on, applying it, and making sure that Sven doesn't get space to farm. They're off to a great start. 9-2. And continuing to apply pressure up top with this Beast, who's going to have a very good timing on his book. He's actually going to have it almost done. Versus a Jakiro lane. That's very surprising.
Honestly, I can't believe Toby did that well in that top lane. That was very, very well done. Jakiro and Sven, I mean, maybe you put it down to the Beastmaster, maybe you put it down to the Rubik. Obviously, nicely played there in terms of pressure.
Aramis.
Aramis, what's he going to do down here? He's level 7. What spells he got stolen at the moment? Just the Plague Wards. Wants to
try to block him. Goes to swipe block him.
Trying his best with the Jukes. I mean, he's making them work for this.
Round 2 to try to block.
But the Siphon will finish the job off. Limp able to find Aramis. Trying to get his Jewel Scepter done. First time here this game, of course, against the... mainly really against the Silence, and then the combo of the Tiny trying to break it up. Give Limp the chance to live through the heals that he's supplying himself with the Siphons. And what we got from Boom. 1400 towards the Blink Dagger after the phase, so it's going to be making good timing on that. You can see there as well, some great involvement from Boom on the Tiny. 106. It's been involved in 7 of the 9 kills, which is exactly what you want to see from your Tiny here at 13 minutes.
Yeah, they're making sure they don't really rush anything, though, right? It feels like maybe they could pressure a little bit more, but they want to be a little patient for these next few items to get picked up. That Necro book is now done. Blink is very soon on the Tiny. I didn't see what the Drow was actually building, but she's probably getting close to another item. Books are popped. FNG.
Let's have a look. FNG trying to Trying to make a move there with Hanskin. Did just finish up the Veil.
Ooh, cash money for Nico.
Some good dollar here for Nico, baby. He needs it. He's got to stay at the top. There's the other two cores falling a little bit behind. Pressure on Nico, baby, to carry, and something that he doesn't mind. He does not mind at all the pressure being upon him.
That's a big counter there from Alliance, though. That was the first book 3 usage, so it's going to be down for like 60 seconds or so until it does come back up. And it is Nico, baby, who farms them, and he's back up to full health because he has that Mask of Madness. So it was nothing lost for Alliance, and a bit of momentum slowed down there for Viking.
Still, Shad able to farm away nice and safely.
Yep.
Alliance have just not really been able to invade Vikings half of the map. Just no sort of attempts to hunt down and find the Drow. It does really feel that they've been so far more preoccupied just with this pressure from Toby and Celery up on the top lane. This is where they're sort of making moves towards. They're doing it again, Alliance. You see 4 of them coming through their jungle just to try and keep this top area secure, but again, it's just given so much space. It's given the opportunity for Boom to finish off his blink and Shad to just continue to farm away quietly and peacefully on his half of the map. And there it is. So Blink Dagger done on Boom. Viking's going to be ready to come in with a big hit.
Yeah.
You've got the Blink Tiny. You've got the Raw ready to go.
Yeah, I think Alliance is probably sitting back and just being like, you know, you're kind of forced the issue to make the moves on us because we have a Sven just jungling faster than your Drow is going to jungle. So I think this is kind of how Alliance wants to have it set up, right? Like S4, he's just parked in front of a tower. He's chilling. So he's fine with all that. But now, like we said, this is Viking's big move here. If they can wrap and just pop a hero with this Blizzard.
Oh, he's going to get caught out. Boom's in with the combo. FNG goes down. Lim's still walking into this. Aramis is going to turn with the stolen dual breath. Hanskin comes in with the roll, gets the silence down to the 2 of them. Boom's getting low on the Tiny. Boom trying to step back. Toby comes out with the roll onto Hanskin. Hanskin getting killed off by the stolen siphon of Aramis. Nico, baby, and S4 trying to charge down opportunities. They find Aramis with the God Strength. They take him out in a couple of hits. Nico, baby, seeing if he can find Boom as well, but the Blink Dagger is back and available. Boom will be able to make it away into the shadow, so he's out of there.
And all of Alliance in position, ready for that move. They didn't even have to waste the exorcism in that fight. And Shad, he was just farming during the majority of it. He didn't have a way to actually get in toward his team. Alliance with a great response.
I mean, if the game does sort of play at this passive pace for the most part, you would side with the Sven over the Drow as sort of the game scales on?
Because they have a lot of ways to get on top of her, I feel like I would, yeah. And the Warcry is just a straight up kind of counter in the way to the ultimate of that Drow, since it's plus armor instead of just that main armor, and it enables all the team to collapse on top of her quicker. And they do have the Earth Spirit always to get on her. But it is going to be a lot about those initiations, because that's the one thing that Viking, I feel like, always should have going for themselves in this game, right? They have Beastmaster, they have Tiny with Blink, and they're always going to have this vision. So that can always change things. Because if they just pop a hero, bam, then that's ideal.
Yeah, when it comes down to the 5-on-5, it's just going to be a case of can Viking keep Alliance off the Drow. Boom. In with the jump on the hands, get the Sun down response. Nico Bay's going to throw out the Sun onto the Tiny Aramis. Caught in the macro pie, he'll burn down. They can turn for Moira Alliance. Duel set up onto Boom. Boom held in the river. Shad's trying to turn. Boom will almost certainly fall. He's going to try and turn to someone else. Ghost actually comes out. That's going to push Alliance back. Boom will be saved. As Alliance will have to back off from that.
No Earth Spirit, they don't have a great way of initiation to get into that back line. These high grounds are very scary from both sides, especially these like kind of very narrow portions here with like Jakiro on one side, you have Drow with the Gust on the other. Definitely some scary moments, and you have to be very careful as FNG in this game because giving up Ice Bath can maybe lose you a lot of team fights. So he has to be very careful how he covers himself with his dual breaths versus this Rubik.
I was saying these fights, Nico Baby continues to survive. Free farms there. He's got half the Aghanims. And obviously when that is done, then the big worry comes out. If Viking aren't able to catch this Sven with the Gust, with the silence, he is just going to be straight in the face of Shad Drow.
Yeah. Gonna have to find a lot of different ways to bail out that Drow. They definitely want to be at a bit of an, you know, further. They want to be in a lead here on the side of Viking GG and Alliance. They're really like splitting up their resources very well here.
On top.
Hanskin, though.
I would say the free kill as Toby drops the Raw.
When they're this split up, getting that increased resources, you know, this is bound to happen when you're playing versus just greater initiation, greater ways to catch people on the sides there, especially with the Beastmaster. Nicely done there by Viking. Very close game so far. 36, only 1K for Alliance here.
But it is starting to shift their way, as you said, in terms of farm, that the Sven is... Ooh. Oh, that's weird.
That scared me for a second. There. I was like,
Oh, no.
Oh, God, not
no.
again.
Well, we're good. Nobody's disconnected. Everything's fine.
The fact that they haven't killed Nico Baby is massive, right?
And
103 is having flawless movement around the map. He's able to farm even some, oh, not a stack there. FNG tried, but he's enabled. And by the time like he shows up to like that real big first fight, he's gonna have this Aghanims. It's gonna change a lot because it's gonna help them get that initiation factor, and it's gonna help Hanskin actually go for proper targets.
I mean, and in that sense
look at
as
Limps.
well. Oh, what's
Limps going for the blink, so really trying to get on top of targets.
Oh.
Okay. So he wants to follow up with the Sven, right? And then you can actually stick next to him the whole time.
And the thing is, this Sven will literally kill everybody. You don't need to worry about rushing the Ags yourself or buffing up your damage output. As you say, as long as Limp can find the positioning to hit these multi-man silencers, to survive whilst the exorcism of the siphons are kicking on, that's his job done. That is his job done.
Hanskin again is going to go down. Constantly finding this Earth Spirit. I said we wanted to see some more from the Earth Spirit, but I guess we're starting to see the same of the Earth Spirit.
This is the role that he's playing, right?
Yeah,
this game, Hanskin. He's the man that's drawn the short straw. He's getting sent up to that top lane to pick up the XP and to feed his life away each and every time. That's all part of the game plan.
I think they've realized like he's kind of this 5 position Earth Spirit now.
Just let him die on the top lane. That's the strat right now. And, you know, you could say, here we go.
Oh, we get the ball.
Oh. Whoa. I'm confused. I feel like we've just jumped to a different dimension. Where am I? Well, there we go. That was a replay with a very subtle high-level skill being performed. And if you didn't see it, then you're just not very good at the game.
I didn't see it.
No. Here we go. Here we go.
We get to see him get annihilated. Wait, did Aramis kick his stone back at him? Did I see that? That actually looked kind of cool.
Probably did. Aramis pressed all the buttons.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, that's scary.
Alliance online.
Ready to go. I mean, Shad, he's still hitting creeps.
He's still very farmed.
If you're Viking GG, okay, I guess the BKB, when he gets this BKB right, he's got to start making moves with the team. Like, what are Viking GG waiting for in terms of this Drow's farm? Like, do you feel they're sort of sitting back a little too much with the Drow rather than being a bit more proactive?
I think they're just scared running into Death Prophet Jakiro. It's a very scary draft to run into. Like Veno, Jakiro, they just cast all these spells and you're in the midst of it all. It's gonna all connect on you if you are trying to chase down this Sven, chase down this Death Prophet. So I think they're just scared because of the positioning a lot of the times in the fights. Like Shad shows himself and immediately like he's getting pinged. Like,
I gotta run.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
They just have to get these favorable kind of initiations for them, but Alliance right now, they just have the better form with this Sven Ags. It's just a lot more threatening than a Tiny blinking in, because if Tiny blinks in, it's a death sentence for him. If Sven Ags jumps in, it's more than likely not a death sentence. So Toby, it looks like he's actually going to go for a Lotus Orb here. Okay. So they're itemizing to deal with that Ags Sven, right? Throw everything onto the Drow and try to protect her as best as possible.
How much does Lotus Orb really save you, right?
If he doesn't have BKB...
He stuns himself for a little bit, and then he's like, and then he kills you anyway.
Well, it allows you to get something off, right? If he has a Hurricane Pike, if he has a Gust, he can push him away. It's one of the few counters, right? It's like the Lotus or the Blink, or you go for, that's kind of
the Blink is definitely the best itemization in terms of a counter against Sven Ags.
Yeah.
Right? Can't be dispelled by the talent. You're able to disjoint it. I mean, Sven Ags is that ridiculously powerful that any other sort of standard item that you would buy to help you from this sort of initiation just doesn't work because the level is the level 15 talent, right?
Yeah, he's got the BK, or he's got the DD rune.
Oh, nice glimmer, Kate. Would be a shame if someone was to dispel it.
They had the sentries anyway. Come on, FNG's always prepared for
I mean, sure, yeah, but that was placed down as he died as an offering, as a little little memento of the area where Celery's Enchantress passed away.
Yeah. It's scary. It is scary for Viking just to walk into all this team fight. That's really what it's feeling like. They're chilling back. They're farming these next few items. They probably still feel a bit strong to fight just because of how big the Drow is, but Tiny's really starting to fall off when he's not starting to get these like ramped up.
Yeah, had a really good start, really, Boom, but it's just slowed down. I mean, he's 308. That's not bad.
Still strong.
It just needs to have kept going. You know, any sort of moment where this game passes in minutes, the Sven's just exceeding at a race. He's just so far ahead.
Yeah.
The race is on and he's winning. He's winning by 2K right now.
Uh-oh.
This is going to happen.
Missteps.
Nico Baby is a little too strong.
And S4.
You gotta run. You gotta hide. You can't hide. There's an item called Dust. They see you. Celery. He's gonna die. They cannot save him. The roar's come out. Okay, let's see what Aramis can do. Can he do something cool with it? We're seeing the rest of the team just die though as Nico Baby dives again on towards Toby. They multi-shot. Oh, nearly gets Handskin. Won't be enough though. Handskin's gonna live. The Exorcism pounding into the tier 2 tower. Nico Baby's gonna turn his attention over towards it as well with the God Strength. This tier 2 is falling. They got a massive Sven problem.
Yeah.
Sven is kind of looking like he's going to walk away with the game right now, Nico Baby.
He just gets handed, he just finished his axe pretty much, and he's handed a whole nother item. He has the BKB finished almost, so
yeah.
Lotus Orb going to be countered because of that BKB almost entirely, all the way up to level 20. Really feeling like Vikings lost that timing that they kind of had. I mean, they didn't really have it going for them either, though. That's the problem. They didn't force the issue hard enough, and now Alliance has such a comfortable position to always initiate and steamroll.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we saw there. They just steamrolled through everything that Viking had.
This is how are they going to get this Sven? I feel like Shad needs to, at this stage, get the Hurricane Pike done and then have a damage item on top of it. At the moment, Sven's not going to care. By the time you're able to do any sort of damage pierce through the war cry, Sven's going to have killed half your team, if not more.
They're trying to take advantage of timings here now, though. BKB finished on Drought, about to, almost level 18 as well.
Okay.
And Exorcism is down, so is God's Strength. So they feel like they do have a bit of a timing window here to get something done.
Up with the BKB, Nico Baby.
Can they catch anyone?
He's going to try and separate S4 from the rest of the team, but S4's able to get the poison over out. Handscam rolls in onto Boom. They do kill off the Venom, but S4's already kind of done his job. Nico Baby not ready to dive in yet. 10 seconds until God's Strength, so ideally for Alliance, they will hold off until that's up. They're able to do so, only casualty being the Veno, and at this stage when the game is that much focused around just Nico Baby leading the way, you're probably not too fussed about losing the occasional S4 or limp at this point.
Yeah, as long as you don't lose something like this, right? Which I don't think that they can actually commit forward
it's just
into
a little
here.
too slow and spooky from Viking. They know that the God Strength is up. It doesn't matter that they're up 5v4. Sven is going to continue to just run into the pit regardless of the fact that he's without an offlaner, and he's going to charge in and kill everybody.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty concerned for them because their lineup is really about getting that lead and going for these constant pickoffs, right? When you just look at it, they don't really have those big team fighters. You look at Sun Alliance, they just have a lot, like everyone is a big team fighter in a way, or can contribute. And this is a massive Sven that they don't have great tools to deal with it.
No,
they have the
it's
roar,
just so
but
hard.
It's hard. Yeah, it's very tough for
They've
Toby.
got to find some way to kite him. But Nico Baby level 20 with the BKB and the Ags. This is kind of what makes the hero unkiteable.
Look at that. Nice little talent, of course.
Yeah. He's jumping all over the place.
And they're all playing around each other. Now they've even got their Ags finished up on Death Prophet, so all ultis are available. Viking, they weren't able to find anything big while they were down. Now it does feel like Alliance, they're going to steamroll and look for a fight. Maybe even just, smoke, try to catch a fight around the Roche bin, then just go Roche.
Sure.
They have a very strong lineup to do so.
I think just in general, they're feeling pretty relaxed right now, Alliance. It may just only be a 3K lead. I mean, if anything, you look at the score, Viking, they do have the greater amount of kills, but Viking themselves are surely going to just know, looking at this Sven, that Nico Baby does seriously lead the way this game.
Yeah.
He is the problem. If they can get rid of the Sven, they'll have a pretty good chance at just sort of overrunning the rest of the fight, but they've got to kill the Sven whilst keeping Shad alive and in action.
Definitely looks like it's going to be really tough for them. Alliance they're in full fighting form at any time here when they've got all these ultis. Especially when Viking does go outside the base at all. If S4 gets a good scout, S4.
I'm going to get the toss back onto S4. He's got the spider leg zone. He's out of the side. They've used the roar to the link. He's coming with a blink on the back line. He gets the silence onto Aramis. Nico Baby popping the BKB and the God Strength turns over towards Celery as he chases down the edge. Shad's trying to hit back at him, but they cannot help the Enchantress. A double buyback coming out from Viking GG. And they have to help Shad. Shad plus the BKB turns with the 3-man gush. The moment boom, he's in with the avalanche. The BKB is worn out for Nico Baby. He's in trouble. They managed to catch him out here with the buybacks. They'll hit back hard. Woo. Clutch buybacks here from Viking, allow them to secure themselves the win in this team fight. That's Limp and Nico Baby dead for a minute. Roshan is available. Viking could do it pretty quick with the Drow. We'll see what they want to go for. For now, they're pinging out the tier 1 mid.
For it. I think they should take tier 1 and then just go straight into
You
the
want to
mid.
get this Drow.
God Strength was used. Exorcism was used.
Yeah.
You should definitely take advantage of that in a big way here.
You've got to get something big. I mean, Shad's starting to move towards the other. You've got to get the Necro book of the Beastmaster. What are you doing?
Get in there.
Get
Look,
into the pit.
he's like, team, come on.
Come on. You gotta
there we
take
go.
this rush. Here we
Toby
go.
was looking for wards.
Okay.
That's the first thing he was doing with Necrobook. I like that play too.
That's smart. Make sure they
the
can't
mid-tower
sneak in
too.
on you from the high ground. But this is a great opportunity. No Limp, no Nico, baby. And I guess that is the way that they can play around the Sven. Buybacks coming into play, being able to just draw the fight out long enough that the BKB and the God Strength start to come to an end. And Viking GG, they're in a position where now they are the ones with the Aegis. Still, they've definitely got to try and get a lot done with this Aegis, as the game is it's going, but it's not necessarily in an easy position for Viking GG. They've got to get something done with this.
Yeah, Shad's still very strong, and I'm very glad he didn't go for something very greedy. Like that BKB saved his life, right? If he didn't have BKB there, he was going to get stunned. He was going to get immediately killed because of that Yules from Limp there. So this is a great purchase for him and allowed them, with those buybacks, to turn that fight there. Down to 1K lead. Very nice execution there with those buybacks. Staying on the area.
Hello.
He spotted.
Hello. Yeah, Alliance definitely getting some respect here, as they know with the Aegis. A little bit hard to fight a Paladin sword. That would be a nice one for Drow. Also the Orb of Destruction. I don't know why Nico Baby's not got that. I imagine he's getting it out. I feel that.
I think he wants any form of plus armor he can versus Drow.
That is true. I guess
So
the plus
Dragon
armor
Scale,
is a solid counter to Drow.
Dragon Scale is one of the better ones versus Drow that you can actually pick up.
Someone wants to have that orb. The Orb of Destruction is so nice. Maybe just give it to Hanskin.
Yeah, I try to run around and hit people.
Yeah, just go in, get the hit on someone, you die, but you got that little bit of slow and armor reduction. This is very nice.
Ulti's at the ready. Alliance. Can they get on top of this? Shad very confidently standing at the tower here. He's got the backup.
He's got a second life. It's
Yep.
like, what are you going to do? You're going to kill me? I'm just going to come back to life. I'm ready to reincarnate.
And I see him queuing up that Scotty. Nice item, nice game for it, right? Versus the Sven to kite the BKB, versus the Death Prophet to kite her as well as reduce that HP regeneration. So if she's able to get that, she's going to be tanky, but they're doing a great job of just bodyguarding her.
Yeah, they were hoping for a little bit of a bait with the Drow. Alliance aren't falling for it, though. They are out of here. So this smoke from Viking GG, unlikely to catch them off guard. Will allow Viking GG to push on this bottom lane and try and take away this tier 1 down bottom. We see Nico Baby showing top. How's he doing towards that AC? Still a bit of gold to go. Of course, once he has the AC, that with the Dragon Scale and with the War Cry will certainly allow him to withstand a huge amount of the damage coming out from Shad.
Yeah, and help protect his Death Prophet. Limp is extremely fragile this game still, because he went for the
got any plus armor? Oh, he's got the plate mail now.
Okay, he does just get it. Okay, so he's got plate mail, but still, like, pretty squishy still, in fact.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, those last few fights without it, he dies as soon as he falls to the ground out of the Yule Scepter.
Super close game.
Yeah.
Dyer's bottom tower
Alliance
is under attack.
feeling a bit of a power spike here. They don't have the AC, but they're all
Still not
coming
quite got
together.
it. 1400 on towards it. I think there's definitely still going to be the temptation. Oh, that'll help.
Ooh, money.
That will certainly help. Thank you for the free money. So Nico Baby.
Will it time out? Aha, I did. Didn't get the gold. Be able to farm some ancients though. Getting closer and closer. They're staying around the Sven. They're just like, all right, let him finish the AC.
Yeah.
So that we can fight around that one. While Viking, they're also finishing a couple items here. BKB going to be done on Boom. Great BKB game, so he can prevent those annoying siphons from going on to him. That's allowing Limp to really dive forward super aggressively. Same thing with that Lotus Orb too. Like, it was a Lotus Orb to protect versus Sven, but also does multiple different things. So.
You're right. It is definitely nice against the siphons. Just counteracting the. What is it exactly doing for Limp? So yeah, there it is, the BKB. Ooh,
Shad.
Whoa, okay. He's going for it.
He's just going for it.
He's just walking up.
One.
He's going for it.
With the boar, can he get the vision?
He's out. He's out and away. But I mean, Shad, he wants to get something done with this Aegis, just running up to the high ground there.
They saw Nico Baby bottom, so he saw a window where he could actually play pretty aggressive. He was showing in the creep wave for a moment.
I got 250 gold, and Nico Baby will have the AC.
Trying to take advantage of their, still having this Aegis. Trying to force Alliance's hand here.
Scanning for enemy.
They're feeling a bit strong themselves.
Structures are fortified.
Well, here we have it. Fortification out, and Alliance are prepared to fight. Watching the expiration of the Aegis could set up for a good timing to jump. It won't be before the tier 2's down. Tier 2 falls. AC done on Nico Baby, so Alliance, as I say, as soon as that Aegis is gone, they will be very ready to pounce.
They have to be careful of their positioning here on Alliance. This high ground is claimed here by Viking. Benji, he's thinking about it. S4 is going to be the one to get the vision at top, and the book will expire.
Aegis is gone.
The Aegis does.
So I think Alliance can afford to kind of go for it a bit more. I mean, is there still that much to be scared of? I mean, this Sven, Nico Baby's still very, very big right now.
Dire's top tower is
Feels they're afraid to go into these fights. Neither team really wanting to force the issue, but Viking, they're getting a lot of space to get out on the map here and take these tier 2s. A second one brought down.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Like we said, this one, it really does feel like a lot of this is going to be initiation. As sure, your Sven is really, really farming, but you know, that Death Prophet, she's not farming as well, so she's going to be pretty squishy if Drow's ever able to actually focus onto her. So Nico Baby gonna have to divert a lot of that attention to himself.
Yeah.
And they're just all about just sticking as a team. They know, you know, Vikings lineup, like we said, it's very good at picking people off if they're split up at all. So they're making sure they don't split. And that's a full Scotty now for the Drow. So no buyback on her, but a very strong peak timing here.
Well, Hudson, Hansken, he's going to finally catch it with the setup onto Toby. Toby able to remove the slow with the Yules going straight for the TP out. Any cancel around in time? Oh, it is. They're in. They've got him. The TP put to an end. As Toby goes down 90 seconds and he himself without buyback for that duration. So a big window for Alliance to push in and play on. Actually, will have in 20 seconds.
Yes.
So he will have the availability for the buyback.
They're cutting mid-wave, though. Look at this. Both the, I believe, an enchanted creep plus a boar or something. They're slowing down the waves.
It's still going to come in, though.
Yep.
So only able to do so much with that. But as you said, it's poor time that even if the push does come in from Alliance, Toby is going to have buyback available.
Alliance were trying to capitalize on something here with these aggressive wards placed down, but unable to do so. Viking, they've got their own defensive ward to watch the movements. Another blink now, S4. He also wants one to be able to jump into the fights.
Yeah, just get on that Drow.
Just
get
collapse,
in,
yeah.
Drop the ult to Gale. Also having that halberd, just able to mess with Shad for as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. Silence being stolen. That can be a pretty big one. Nice little, like, 9-second silence on the enemy team, you know? That could be pretty good. He's able to ever get a connection.
Is under attack.
Let's see, Alliance.
Gonna start things off, getting in onto S4, tossed up into the base, Hansken rolls in, so does Nico Baby. Nico Baby charges forward, the BKB comes out from the Sven. He's gonna respect the buyback, they've got the roar, have they got the damage? Shad just focusing down Nico Baby, the ice path from FNG holds the Drow back. Nico Baby's gonna get the room to step back. Again, Viking GG holding with the buybacks and still chasing. So if they can catch anything more here. The multi-shot reach not quite touching upon FNG.
They're trying to re-go it.
I mean, Nico Baby, they're thinking about returning. They have got Limp and the goes to there's jump. Nico Baby's in with the stun. Catches the two of them. Boom and Celery are found. Celery will buy back. Boom. He's out. Also has buyback available. Uses it immediately. Limp staying on top of Toby, pushing back the Beastmaster. Toby's out. There's a dieback from the Beastmaster. Shad's in trouble. He blocks the BKB, tries to turn it on. The multi-shot will kill off the Sven. Hansken rolls in. Can Viking hold this? The stolen Siphons. Aramis, he's stealing them both first, but FNG and Limp. Oh, shot down low by the Rubik. The Siphon again, killing off Limp. Aramis holds his ground. Alliance are pushed back. And again, another move where Viking, they know how to use these buybacks very, very nicely. They'll hold the fort.
Was that a triple buyback from Viking to hold that fight? Looked like it. Yeah, 3 buybacks as soon as they, I mean, as soon as they were coming back up, it feels like for at least the Beastmaster as well as that Tiny. They got on top of Shad, but it took them a while to bring her down. She was still able to have that long duration BKB. They kited the Sven. Pretty good hold there by Viking. It's expensive.
It is expensive.
But it's necessary.
But it is a hold. And throughout each of these fights, the BKB for the Sven is going to get lower and lower. Something that I think is a little more crucial for the Sven in this game, right, compared to the Drow, because at least with the Drow, you're ranged, right? You have more options to be playing at a distance. Sven, you're in there on the front, so that each and every second that you lose with each use, you're certainly going to feel it when you're trying to jump around the battlefield.
Yeah, and we were mentioning how like Aramis can change the tides of these fights. He has so many good
nice
spells
stuff
to
from
steal. He's now level 21 on this Rubik. He jumped up from like level 17 in that fight all the way up there. Has a Solar Crest too to buff up his Drow. And this is a sneaky Roche.
This is another Roche. I mean,
sneaky.
This is.
I have not seen Sven's go for that talent almost ever.
I don't even know what the talent is.
+1 stun talent instead of 50% God Strength.
Oh.
I swear I've seen every Sven.
I mean, if that. Is that it? Did he mean to go for that? I mean, the stats would say he didn't, in terms of what we've seen from the Svens being played at the top.
Yeah. And now they just get Aegis and Cheese as well because of those buybacks, because of that one fight. That's huge for Viking.
I think it's going to hurt that he didn't. We'll see if this extra stun duration is going to do much, but you just missed out on, I think, arguably what a lot of the Sven players will tell you is one of the reasons why Sven is so darn good in the late game.
Yeah, it's that humongous damage you get. You don't even need to build damage items. That ulti plus that talent makes
and he hasn't, right? You don't have a daedalus. This is the standard Sven build, and if anything, because he gets enabled by that 25 talent.
Yeah, interesting to see.
Interesting.
Chad. He turns. Still confident. FNG. He's his dad.
Let's see. Nico Baby trying to commit onto Celery. He's actually going to live for now. Toby's able to turn with the roar. That's going to waste timing of the BKB from Nico Baby. They'll still be able to charge over towards Toby, and with the Siphon, they'll slow him down. They'll get the kill. FNG buys back. They know they've got a window with Toby out of the game. A minute, no buyback.
Trying to get more out of this here. Unable to get anything else there, but they were able to at least get something, but not what I feel like they wanted to get out of a God Strength and an Exorcism, right? You only get the one kill, and you have to kind of back up pretty afraid. This is crazy.
I think if he had that over talent as well, he would have killed Celery. He would have had enough damage with the hits, but it wasn't the case. I mean, if it was a misclick, maybe Nico Baby's saying, lads, I'm going to need to farm level 30. Can we just hold the game?
Don't click on me. Yeah, definitely could definitely be a problem.
No, it's just
sticking on targets and getting those extra big hits is really everything, but maybe we'll get to ask him about that one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I've seen every other
It's just one of those, exactly, it's one of those things you want to ask just to see if it was...
Yep.
I mean, is there any reason why the stun duration would be more favorable when you're looking at these heroes? Anything that's sort of...
No one's building status resist, I guess.
Yeah,
but like even then, it's like that's not your Sven's job, right? Your Sven's job is not to increase his stun by but whatever. We'll not harp on that.
No, because I mean, I've taken that talent before, but
oh god, never mind. Let's harp on it.
When I'm doing my magic build, Sven, with the Octarine, very good.
Yeah. Cooldown reduction talent. We've seen this one. That is the normal talent.
Yeah.
You do see for your BKB, for your Manta, for all your activatables. You also have multiple different abilities. Ninja gear. Okay.
That's a nice one.
I believe that's for the Drow.
Oh, actually for the Drow.
That's for Shad.
20 right?
He can swap those in between, right? I think he can shift switch item he wants.
I guess, you keep the Paladin for resetting your HP.
Yeah.
You need to heal up after a bit of a brawler of a fight, ready for a high ground push. Let's go for the Butterfly next.
It's feeling like they've got a great control now of them with this Aegis and this Cheese. They get the Hawk out. They get some aggressive wards, too. They push their lanes out. Alliance definitely feeling a bit scared here. Not wanting to get caught. These big tossbacks, it's a problem. Boom. He's able to find a lot of these targets, so they have to be very careful on those front lines. And they're all getting pretty big. Even Boom, look at this. He's almost got an E-Blade, almost 25 too.
E-Blade's going to be pretty solid. I mean, sure, you can look at, oh, well, Sven's done, he's got a Dispel, but then, there's also a fair few seconds after the stun's hit that you can still save somebody.
Yep.
So if you can save that E-Blade and pop it out onto Shad after a stun connects, then boom. He's going to be able to save his Drow.
Boom indeed.
Boom indeed.
Getting good rune control coverage here because they got this map control, so he's got the Arcane running with the haste. They're going to smoke. They want to use this Aegis. They've got about a minute and a half left on it. They're feeling strong. And they should feel strong. He is very powerful here on this Drow. He does have 5k gold in the bank.
He's got 5k gold in the bank. Yeah, that's a lot of money in the bank.
Look at this sneak, though. He might be able to find back heroes.
Shad just goes in.
I love this.
He's everything. He's the initiator, the damage, the carry. He's the man leading the charge.
He's giving all this information. They've got this ward down, too, so they're watching all of Alliance up on this high ground. They're trying to get a wrap around here. Looks like, at least. Celery maybe trying to get a secondary ward or something. They spot him, it looks like, for a second. Looks like S4 maybe got a glimpse of that Enchantress for a moment. And he does get another ward down. Shad.
Well, we got it. BKB from Boom. He's a little spooked.
Exorcism used Shad in the front line.
I mean, Shad, he's in the front lines all the time. He just wants to go. Nico Baby's going to turn with the BKB and the Godstroke. Glimmer's out. Do they have detection? They do. Limp will now pop the dust. They'll continue to try and commit onto the Drow. Shad trying to step away. Turns around with the multi-shot. They'll take him down the once. As the Aegis can, they do it a second time. Shad, he's going to need help. He needs assistance. Has the BKB. He's going for the BKB TP out and he'll make it away. Nothing to stop it through the BKB. He's out of there. Does mean the rest of Viking are going to have to bail as they've lost their carry. Nico Baby jumps over the stun towards Boom, takes out the Tiny, Toby to go down as well.
Great. Oh, Hanskin played that so well. When the Aegis was respawning, he does not put any attention on that. He jumps to the back line to make sure the Drow can't get assisted. Perfect play there by the Earth Spirit, zoning the whole team away. That was an ideal fight for Light. It's the one that Viking picked themselves. I'll be able to get Celery here. It's going to take him maybe a moment, but he does not have a TP available. He is tanky, so they'll have to work for it a bit.
Where are you going?
You know, he'll slowly die. And maybe he might
they just ignore him.
All right, whatever. You can live. We don't want to waste our time with you. Your TP, it's on cooldown. So you're literally stuck on this side of the map for a full minute. Have fun.
Viking unable to get to their Drow Ranger to help her out. I mean, those two.
It's some wild moves from Shad. You know, he just wanted a fight. He was just charging into the jungle. Sure, he had the Aegis. I mean, he was fine himself. He was like, it's fine. I'm going to be able to BKB TP out. Just the rest of his team was like, dude, come on.
We can't get to you.
We can't help. And now we're dead. As Boom, he's out of the game for a minute. Toby's going to be back up in 10 seconds, but Alliance, they're already poking at the base.
Shad did spend his gold now, though. He did have time to back up, build that full butterfly, so he's very strong right now. And there is no MKB on the side of the Sven for a long time either, so this Drow definitely going to pack a punch and not going to be taking that much damage. Let's see, though, Beastmaster's up. Look how much she really hurts when she starts to get targeted.
There we go, look at the damage here. Shad's got to be careful. Toby leading forward. He's trying to find the raw target. Is he going to get it? The turnaround there. FNG puts the ice bomb. Handscanners in. Toby's in trouble. He's falling low.
Lives in the front.
He gets the raw out to the Sven. Boom is able to jump in with a combo. That's going to be Nico Baby down. Shad's able to sit back and kick out the damage as he takes down a second. Double kill for Shad. FNG and S4 having to run. They've found another. Very nicely done there from Toby in his last moments, getting that raw on the Sven. Meant that it was all about to fall apart for Alliance as Viking, again, another hold. They don't even lose the tier 3 tower. They're able to keep it alive. And despite the lead that Alliance have, Viking have done this multiple times now. Their defenses are just incredibly clutch.
They can't break the high ground. This Drow just gets to sit in the back. He has so many different tools to just throw people in or just get these great initiations. Limp, he walked up so aggressively. Nico Baby also was very far up and gets caught by the roar.
They're going to have to come out with some buybacks.
I mean, Viking is incredibly good with their buybacks. Speaking of those,
honestly, the way they do it. The way they do it. Alliance, it's just... I guess it's just so tough. You've not only got to think about fighting the 5 heroes in front of you, you got to think about the 5 heroes that are going to be coming back with the second life.
I got to be honest, I'm looking at this Drow Ranger's armor, and I'm feeling like this Godstrength Sven is not going to really hit her very hard anymore in this game. 68 armor.
68 armor.
Like, what do you, like, even if the Sven connects onto you, even if the, like, Exorcism and the Death Prophet's on you.
How much physical damage resistance now? That's got to be up in the high 70s, right?
Yeah, like 80, maybe even like 82% or something like that. That's insane how high his armor is.
I mean, no wonder he's been running in on the front. He feels like he's literally unkillable. He has 78%.
The Solar Crest far off. Let's see what it was. I think it was a little bit higher.
Solar Crest is probably 79. I don't think it would make that much of a difference exponentially at those high levels of armor, right? I think if you're pushing into 80s, like you have to have like. Either way, it's a lot of physical damage resistance.
And they've gotten just, I mean, these tossbacks and these high ground holds, these buybacks, Viking, they're setting themselves up for such success. Now a 2 racks lead.
Yeah, they're just playing very, very nicely. This has been a great game from both sides. Alliance, they have the strength of the Sven, but Viking, they're dealing with it very, very well. And
Limp is just, he's just looking fragile in all the fights. Like, he walks in and I'm just like, oh my God, he's getting shredded.
I mean, what do you even buy? You just get like a second plate mail? I
don't think he knows. He's not buying himself. I think he's in a position where he doesn't really.
What does he buy?
Not certain of what to get. He also wants the buyback, so.
I mean, maybe, do you just get yourself a Ghost Scepter? I mean, what's gonna stop you from dying to the Drow? Do you just get the Eon Disc? That's one of the more common things, right, on a DP that's dying quickly.
Not sure. It's seeming very difficult for them to take any of these fights and getting on this Drow. Like, even with this, you know, we said initiation was going to be a big one in this game, and like Viking, every single time they're finding a little bit better ones, especially when it's on, you know, near their high ground. Alliance, they don't have this form of initiate to Sven. At this point, I feel like he's kind of scared to ag stun into this lineup. Ooh, a DD bottom. Shad, I think he's gonna want that one. Toby?
Watch out here.
He's got a gem.
He's gonna have the Yule set up.
He's trying to bail. He will be able to.
He's good. He's got the BKB and TP anyway.
Their base is getting threatened.
They've got to get back.
Up. Another 6,000 gold for Shad.
How does he even spend his money? I mean, he's got the E-Blade queued up. He's running out of slots.
He can get rid of his boots because he has ninja gear. Just kidding. He's going to upgrade them to bots so he can be all over the place. Okay, so he can split push and then just force reactions back and join his team when they do see a good fight. I like this too. He's got a couple options
I mean,
himself.
he knows that when he does go in and try and play like that, he's always going to be able to BKB TP, right? You look at that armor. If this Drought is popping BKB in a TP, even if there's the whole team of Alliance, are they actually killing him before the TP's done? No. He's always going to be able to BKB TP out of this lineup, and nobody's building anything to go through it because you just generally don't. You do not get an Abyssal on the Sven, and apart from in some unique cases. So yeah, he can play with this split push style Shad.
And it's not like, when you look at it, what else does he need? He's doing the damage. He's surviving the fight, so all he really needs to do is be able to split the game up.
Yeah, just get something done with his farm, just enable his farm.
Yeah, and looking at the map, they have all the lanes going to be constantly pushing in, so he's going to be playing bottom a lot on this Drow because he also has the cooldown reduction talent. So yeah, with bots, with cooldown reduction, with Manta, with BKB, he has so much liberty to play around this type of build.
You're basically a tinker with passive Rio.
Yep.
You know, you're moving around the map that quick.
It's beautiful. Yeah, they know, like look at this, like the lanes are going to constantly be pushing in, so they're going to be able to take a fight on their own accord whenever Alliance does split up too much here. So Alliance has to be very careful of these next few movements, especially as Roche, I believe, has just spawned a few moments ago.
That should help.
Let's see what they're able to happen. 50 minutes.
Oh, S4. Trying to find something here, Hansken. He's got the Yule set up. Gonna try and go for Toby. He'll turn with the Raw. Shad gonna stick around. Will now start to back away. Toby looks like he's gonna be in trouble here. The BKB is popped. Charge over towards Celery. Nico Baby jumps over for another. It's Toby's still alive. Still live. He should still fall though. Will do so. They've lost the Beastmaster. S4 caught in the toss. Nico Baby. His BKB's worn out. The Molly shot's coming out. S4. He's getting low. He's disarming the Enchantress. They got FNG's combo out onto Shad. Shad. He's up to the high ground. He's able to slide up with force. He is falling low, but he's out. He's living. He's gonna survive. Only just hit him 1 HP, but there's no fatal damage upon him. Was only the Nova. So Shad will live.
Oh, they glyph? I mean, their towers are fine, but I guess they're glyphing all the waves. Are pushing in more. Maybe they can catch here.
Oh, they might be able to do so. They found Limp.
No damage.
Yeah, couldn't quite get a hit on him during that telekinesis, so Limp will save himself. He's out and away. Roshan is up, though, so Viking, they're going to come in with this quick smoke. Well, we'll see what they can find. Sure, they haven't got the Beastmaster, but they know that Alliance, they don't have the ults. God Strength, Poison Nova, Exorcism, it's not there. This is a window for Viking to either look for a fight or just look for the Roche themselves.
Oh, the refresher. This could maybe this is a play where Alliance can catch them off guard if they do refresh that Exorcism.
They've got to be so quick, though. This Roche is falling very, very fast.
FNG's got to just go here.
Oh, he's going to get caught, though. He's going to go straight to the grave.
Oh, 80 seconds, and that's one of their big team fight controls. Uh-oh. Are they going to commit for it anyway? It might feel like they have to.
I mean, he's popped the refresher. They're going to he's in with a blink. Can they take it away? Radiant get the kill on Roshan. Aegis is on the ground. He's going to be able to pick it up. It's going to be denied. Shad takes it away in time as he's outside of it all. Boom goes for the BKB TP out. He's made it out of there. Alliance are going to roll forward, see if they can try and chase any of these kills. Aramis turns with the telekinesis. Stolen stun thrown back into the face of Hansken. They get out. So Shad there, denying the Aegis because he was outside of the pit, wanted to make sure that Nico Baby wasn't able to pick it up because Nico Baby was literally straight on top of the Aegis. Viking GG got the kill. What happened with the other stuff?
So we got Aegis on, or Cheese on Drow. What happened to the rest?
Axe and Refresher Shard, where did it go? We don't know. And there it is.
Rubik's got one.
Rubik's got the axe.
Okay.
No, that was it, right?
So they got the, they got what they came for.
They got what they came for.
Dude, what a sick deny on the Aegis, too. And then boom, heads up. There's no BKB piercing disables. He BKBs in the midst of them after Havoc hammering them to almost killing them. They reset, and that was the refresher shown.
It was a good try from Lim, right? Like he had to go for that sort of play. It didn't pay off though.
Oh, if they don't commit there, then you're playing into a Drow with Aegis, and you gotta take that risk. So hard. You have to take that risk for sure. I mean, but now no Exorcism.
Yeah, now you're straight in.
Cheese is on boom. Yep, as we said before. Yeah, 30 seconds. It's 4.
Oh.
Trying to just switch away here.
Nico Baby.
Nico Baby.
He's popped the God Strength. He's killing the creeps, but can he actually get on anyone? I mean, he's trying. He's going to jump forward onto Celery. Enchantress is almost certainly dead, or maybe
Toby's
not.
trying to
Forced to the side. Celery's still alive for now. The Nature's Attendant's healing him up. Toby's going to go for the BKB TP out. He'll come crashing through with one more stun. Nico Baby will be able to finish Celery. Can they chase anything else, though? Doesn't look like it. Again, Viking GG able to get back and get away. Only Celery to fall. Again, God Strength having to be used for that, so likelihood is the Viking GG are going to be more than ready to fight by the time that the God Strength's back up again.
Yep. Great disengages. They're even trying to like bail people out because they know like as soon as they do bail people out, if they have BKBs available, BKB TP, and they just have to watch them. See Nico Baby, he's starting to feel the struggle of just not having the damage, not ever being able to, I mean, he can't even hit the drow in most situations. He has to get an MKB. But this positioning here, Shad, he's got all in to get out.
He wants to fight. Espo's going to pop the ult, but Shad pops the BKB, turns over towards the Jakiro. FNG's out with the Yules, buys time for himself. Coming in for the side, Nico Baby slides in. Gets the kill on Pyramid. Now turns over towards Shad. Shad needs help, and he needs it now. Buybacks are coming out. They're trying to get over to him, but they can't do so in time. Shad's going to fall. As Shad goes down, Boom in trouble as well. They've just got to bail on him. Let Boom die. As Boom and Toby go down this time round, Viking GG couldn't make it back in time with the buybacks that came out. Alliance clean up. The buybacks for the cause are still available for Viking GG, and they're going to need it. As Limp heading to the high ground, refresher orb ready to go, they can definitely force these buybacks
immediately
out.
uses it. He's just committing forward here. Buyback is forced on 40 heroes. Still going to be poking here. Rubik did steal the Exorcism.
Okay, and he has got that axe, which doesn't mean anything for that. But I thought I'd point it out
anyway. Trying to slow down the push however they can. Trying to buy time. They don't want to have Toby buy back until it's a great position for him to actually take the fight.
Toss
back.
It's a deep toss. That's a very deep toss, but he's got the BKB. Turns over towards Boom. Boom needs help. Espo's going to go over the ult. Gets on Celery. Shad. He's been hexed. They're under the towers though, but Aramis turns with the telekinesis. The toss up on a Hanskin. Hanskin saves himself with the ghost step to the E-blade. Comes out.
Nico Baby's going to kite him.
Out. Charges over towards Celery, but Nico Baby's trying to heal up with the Satanic, but he's got to run. He's got to be careful. Shad beating into it. The BKB pop. Shad shooting down the Sven. Nico Baby's out. Alliance, they've got to retreat. They've got to get away. They've lost their carry. They've lost their front man. Everyone else will escape, but again, Viking hold does cost them further buybacks. Of course, Booms and Toby's coming out.
It's 5.
Also, Shad's, everybody's buybacks on cooldown. They've got to go for something big. They've got to at least get the buyback out of Sven.
They have to take advantage of the fact that the exorcisms are down. The fact that the spell prism plus this refresher in combination for Lip is it's just big problems for them. He's able to just always run down. He's always able to have one ultimate in the fights, it seems. So they do need to just try to force the issue. They can maybe go for these megas because of these ultimates are down right now. I think that's the big goal. Look at the boxes.
He's playing Snake.
Yeah. Oh, collects him. Maybe can get a jump here. He's got the smoke still for a second.
Oh, is he going to be able to do something?
Might be able to get Hanskin. Got the Ghost Scepter. He'll be okay.
He'll keep him fine. I mean, what do you try and poke for? It's 40 seconds, no Sven.
Your bottom lane is forced really far at the moment here. They're pinging it. They're like, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem here.
Well,
that Sven is going to start respawning. Exorcism's going to start coming back online. And it's a scary point for Viking. No buybacks available.
None at all.
Available for Alliance.
This is where you sort of, you know, if you're Viking, you just hope that Alliance gets seduced by the idea of the 60-minute items. Yep. You're like, Alliance, just slow it down a bit. We can have some fun. Get to 60 minutes. You're going to get to play with the awesome items.
We've had some long games today.
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess it's expected, you know, as the league goes on, we're getting to the point where the teams at the top and all over the board, it's just leveling out. Teams are really getting into the flow of Dota 2. Once again, as this league's kicked off and we're a good few weeks into it.
I love these type of games, though, where it's like one team has this huge gold, like not huge, but a pretty big gold lead, but they're the ones that are kind of on the, like a weird back foot, it seems like, because their base has been pressured, but they can still win the fights. It's just, yeah, it's...
Well, they do have to still be very careful how they press the base, because what's the state? They haven't actually taken any racks away, right? No, they've only got a tier 3 tower off the map from Viking GG.
And Nico Baby's not getting that much stronger, right? Like, his damage isn't really there. It's mostly provided by...
But when he gets to level 30, it's going to be a pretty significant boost, because he will finally have that level 25 talent. The level 30, he's going to pop off.
That is very true.
And he might just get that. They're going to try for a smoke.
They've got everything. They've got the refresher, I believe, up with the exorcism too.
Yeah. And as you say, if they win a fight, if they get one of these cores in the next 4 minutes, they will win the game. And the game will be over.
And Limp can even run in and kind of feed, buy back, bots in, pop the second exorcism and go for it. I think they have a couple
you want to go in as Limp, and you want to be the one that's getting tossed back towards the fountain. You don't want that to be Nico Baby, because Nico Baby's not got an easy way of getting back over it. You say Limp has. Limp should try and feed right now.
Yeah, they have those buybacks available for themselves if they do want to be very aggressive here. Vikings, you can see how careful they're playing this time around. They're trying to catch someone out of position.
They might just have to let all their acts go. This is one wrong move here from Viking, and it's game over.
Getting the ward set up for the vision outside, seeing that back line. They're trying to slow this down here.
Is under attack.
They just can't find the option to get a toss back here. Alliance, they'll be satisfied with getting that. And their base is getting pressured by these creeps, so they are going to address that. Viking can't actually get outside to go for any kills as soon as Nico Baby does port back, which would be the ideal for them.
Oh, well, we got it. We nearly got the Octarine on Boom.
He's got it. Okay.
He's got it. He has got it. So a lot of tosses.
Yeah, frequency of tosses for sure. Good control whenever those BKBs do start to go down. Also ways to save your teammates too in some bunch of different ways.
We've got the bots as well on Nico Baby. Very important for the same reasons as it is on Limp. If they're trying to make these all-out pushes whilst the buybacks are available for Viking GG, make sure that they can use their own buybacks themselves to be aggressive. 25 seconds though, the items are going to be up. So definitely probably going to be the temptation from Alliance to just keep Viking GG pushed into the base and get these items.
See, the question is, do you smoke and camp near one of the camps that's outside of Viking? Because Viking's gonna be tempted to go for those 60 minuters,
but I don't think they would fall for that. I don't think Viking would fall for that. I think they would know. They can't leave the base to farm these 60-minute runes.
Look at Shad. You're saying that, but
sure. On this, but as you said, when you're setting up around like those camps close to the mid lane where they come out.
Ooh, Viking, they get the Book of the Dead. Oh, not the best one. Deso though, it's Stygian for Alliance, as well as I believe it was the Woodland Striders. So Sven, speedier.
Yeah. I mean, get rid of those bots, right? What's he doing with the bots? You don't need those in the slot no more if you got the Striders.
He wants to be able to buy back and jump back in the fight.
I mean, sure, but spend some money.
Yeah.
Spend some money, buy a crit or something. Have that efficiency. Double boots.
The ballista for Shad.
GG.
Oh, he's online.
And GG is called by Gabe, but Ballista Drowner.
Book of the Dead for the Beastmaster too. Look at Shad was farming in like the cheeky triangle of the enemy side.
Oh, he's got the Ballista.
All right,
look at that. When he pops
can they push?
When you use multi-shot,
it gets the bonus.
It hits people in game 2.
And look at the distance all the way in the back. I think it actually clipped the Jakiro back there for a moment.
Oh, here we go. I think you screw the Daedalus just by Rapier. Just sit in the fountain, multi-shotting waves with the Rapier.
Alliance is trying to force it. Glyph is out.
Here we go, another multi-shot. Oh, S4's in. Oh, he's gone in.
He's going to get pushed away. The Ballista.
He's dead. S4's going to die. Okay, but he's made the space for the Rex to go down. He's made the space for the Rex to go down. The melee gone.
They got
who's with the gem? S4 holding the gem?
I believe it was.
Oh, no.
They'll get another one soon. They're still rich. A pirate hat for Nico Baby, so even more money for the side of Alliance, and some nice juicy attack speed if he does choose to swap that one in some situations. I like his health regen as well because of the Striders. 100 HP regen jumped up because of it, and he's gonna take the attack speed instead.
Okay. And
what else are we missing? We're missing what? One item?
They got it all
on the
right.
side of Radiant, but they got all of them on the side of Alliance.
Book of the Dead, Ballista, and the Nothing. Yes, missing an item.
Yeah, missing one or two here.
Oh, here we go.
Force Boots. Oh, that's, a very nice one here. And an Ex Machina for the side.
Who's that? Ex Machina's a bit air, right? Who wants an Ex Machina?
Refreshes those items, so...
Who wants double item usage?
It also gives 20 armor, plus armor as well versus a Drow.
Oh, that's true, actually. Plus 20 armor.
Which it can be pretty cool.
Dude, actually maybe get...
Maybe Death Prop?
Maybe the Sven.
I mean, somebody will take.
Yeah, someone.
It can definitely be very strong here, but...
Hang on. This is a free Roche.
Free Roche here.
They just forgot about Roche Alliance. Vikings just going to be able to come outside of their base and get Roche.
Okay.
All right.
They're afraid because S4 is dead still, seems to be.
Who are we giving the stuff to here? Who's getting the axe? Axe on... Who's taking it?
Do you take Refresher to Toby now? Yeah, you do.
Yep.
And who's going to take the Axe?
Axe for Shad.
Shad's like, alrighty.
And who grabbed the Aegis
Oh,
there?
I want a Ballista with the Aghanims, too. That's, I mean, this is going to be a... This Drow is going to be kind of cleaving in a very strong manner.
Does the attack range affect the arrows that bounce off the initial hit?
I don't believe so.
No.
But, I mean, you're going to have that extra range to cleave from a distance, and they're kind of stacking up.
Get the initial arrow still from a mile off. Still, I'm waiting for yeah, spend your money.
So Sven's got it. Look at his armor. So when he pops the Warcry,
it makes sense. I was going to think this because and double BKB, double satanic.
Yeah,
it is nice. That's very nice. Very nice.
Everyone hitting critical mass.
Yeah.
Moon shards, Aghanim consumes,
buy it. He's got so much money. Nico baby, go on a spending spree.
He's like, should I or should I get? I have an S and a Y.
I mean, he's got a.
Should I get rid of S and Y? I should get rid of it. Oh, look at.
Yeah.
I was in his brain. I was in his head. I knew it.
Okay.
Great item versus that range carry. If he does get on top of him, he gets a couple hits. Can be pretty cool.
What the buyback's looking like? Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think everybody's got to have him.
Everybody's got it, apart from Boom.
He'll
have it in 27 seconds.
This is where the game gets real spicy. It still seems like these high ground holds from Viking are so damn strong, especially because there's Ballista too, but I mean, these fights are just going to be absolute chaos.
They're
Camping the Ruin.
They're baiting the haste rune.
Yep.
FNG! He wanted some action. He's going to get it. Boom's in with a jump. Nico Baby's going to go straight for Celery, but he's been brought. S4 in with the backline. Poison Nova's out. Shad's over to the side. Trying to hit it onto Lim. Nico Baby's going to commit on Celery. Jumps now over towards Toby, but Toby got the BKB off in time. Celery pops the key. Look at S4 in the full HP on the side. S4's in trouble. The illusions are beating him down. Lim's in with the silence onto Toby. Toby's BKB is up again. He'll jump to the side here with the refresher shot BKB. Toby will continue to live. Nico Baby now getting kited. X smashing a pop. He's got that second round of BKB, but he's having to use it to run. He's trying to retreat. Lim on the front, uses himself up. Nico Baby, he's going to go back in. He gets He's stunned himself. Boom's able to come in with the E-Blade and the combo.
He's gone.
Nico Baby's out of the action for 100 seconds. Lim's trying to fight on. The toss off again from Boom, separating him from the two of them.
Shad trying to kite them.
He's getting out of the side. He's getting a little low on the Drow. He's going to try for the TP out, and he's away.
Gets out.
Nothing to catch him in time, as again, this time, Viking able to take an excellent fight and push it to the point where S4 and Nico Baby bought back, but they weren't actually able to get anything with those buybacks, because again, Viking just top-class disengages.
Dude, this Ballista might just be like...
I told
they can't get on him.
GG.
They can't get on him. S4 just got poked back over and over and over again. Couldn't get on top of him. Oh, we see Hanskin. He's doing the thing.
What's this?
You see what they were talking about? Era was talking about this in his interview.
Okay.
He's rubbing his nose. He rubs his nose when he gets stressed out.
Oh.
So he's definitely stressed out a little bit here in this game, as it is seeming to be a very stressful one indeed.
Is that some sort of human psychology then? Is that what?
I don't know.
What?
But Era said that's one of the things that
I don't think I rub my
annoys
nose
him.
that much.
It's just something that he does, you know? He makes him Smoke, Viking with those two buybacks down the lines, feeling strong, and double exorcism was expended in the last fight too. They don't have to wait for these type of CDs. They can still look for the fight. These BKBs, these Lotuses, they're doing such a good job of kiting Nico Baby. He can't stick on targets, and his damage, it's feeling underwhelming.
I mean,
even when he gets on them, he's not hitting that hard.
He needs level 30, dude.
Needs that level 30.
He needs the level 30 for that God Strength talent that he skipped out.
And it's the location of the fight, too, where how Viking was kind of baiting that rune. They get that high ground advantage, so it really worked in their favor in that last situation.
Yeah. And honestly, I think at this stage, without that X smashing, I don't think this Sven would have stood a chance at all. He needs the double duration of the BKB and the Satanic. Otherwise, you know, that he would be in just a very bad place in these fights.
Do you see how tanky these heroes are when that Ancient Granite Golem is next to them? Because this Enchantress does have the Ancient talent, so they all get jumped up by that extra 20%.
How's Shad been? He's working his way towards 30 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of money too. Has he still got room for Moonshot? No, he's already done it.
How long was our earlier series? Is that the longest one we've had yet? I think this might have passed it now, right? It's getting close.
I think it must have. I think about 67 minutes.
All right, Octarine now for Death Prophet.
It's still hard to call. I mean,
it's hard. There's the Sven, no buyback. Sven, no buyback. Alliance is very scared to move out of the base.
And with the way that Viking GG's been able to deal with the game when it wasn't in a favorable position with them, you've got to look at this side and just, if anything, just believe they're going to have what it takes to secure this win, Viking, as they've just dealt with all the points of this game where Alliance had an advantage excellently.
Yeah, I wonder if they're really going to press the issue forward here because of those cooldowns on the buyback. It seems like they're trying to kind of threaten it a bit here. But I think that 70 minutes going to be pretty important to see who gets the tome and see who gets that level 30 jumped up, because I feel like he's going to take it on Nico, baby.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
He has to get that level 30.
Well, on this side over here, we're seeing more items being picked up. Toby close to a refresher, double BKB holds, and with this rune control and with this lane dominance, this is gonna be what happens. You know, Drow with the DD, this hero's all base damage, so gonna be jumping up to that 700 plus damage, plus the piercing as well. And he's even queuing up a refresher himself. He's, he doesn't know what else to get.
Exactly.
He's got the space.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, what else does he want? What else does he want? Maybe you could argue somebody's going to sit there instead of the bots, but the movement speed, his mobility has been what's allowed him to get into these positions where he's just superiorly kiting everybody. And
it's really all about like his BKBs and his mantas and his resetting of positions, you know, right? So if he has that for sure, yeah, it's going to be very crucial for him. This is going to buy time for Alliance to slowly get those buybacks back, but don't feel like Vikings too upset with all this as they're farming 90% of the map here with these Book of the Dead as well as Necro books all over the place.
Uh, 69 minutes in.
Alliance trapped. Viking farming. Everyone getting more and more items. What are they finishing up here? I see a courier sitting on the shop. I think that's the refresher probably for Toby pretty soon. And everything being forced in. It's just tough. Alliance, like they can't actually jump outside the base just because no one's showing. They don't know anything. And with those buybacks on CD, there's no risk. Okay, Toby switched it up. All right. Gonna be going for AC instead of the refresher, it seems. Sells his book.
Honestly, at this rate, he's probably like, dude, I'm gonna get another refresher shard from the Roshan in a minute. So what's the point in buying one? They're gonna get Roche the next time round. It's gonna be what the 5th Roche this game.
Yep.
Yeah, these Dagons coming out for Boom, ready to come in with the big Boom himself.
All right, 10,000 gold. Sure. Farming the small camp.
I mean, dude.
All right, 5 seconds. 5 seconds, the tome. Let's watch it. Who's going to get it?
Well, is it like Alliance they're going to get?
I think Shad will get it from this side, and I think the Sven will take it from the other side, right? Yeah, Drow takes it.
Nico Baby's asking someone else to buy it for him.
Yeah, he's like, I only have 7,000.
Somebody buy me the tome right now.
And there we go. So I don't think that's going to take him to 30, though.
No,
he'll take the Drow, but he's going to be short on the Sven.
He's going to be about 20% short of the level.
Yep. So here we go.
If you do the maths. Okay, 40%. I lied.
He might actually be a little bit short, too.
Yeah, no, he's already used it.
No.
Oh, no, he hasn't.
He's just a tiny bit short.
Yeah, he's about...
He just needs one creep bottom. He'll TP to it.
it actually is 3 creeps.
Oh, it's 3, okay.
Let's have a
1,
look.
2, 3. Ah, you were right.
Was that actually right?
I don't know. You killed like 20 creeps.
Was that actually? Of course I was right.
So more marksmanship chance, all the whole different
I swear,
talents in those.
Nico Baby's tome didn't really do that much. I think he needs a refund. His tome...
I mean, it is like 8,000 experience or something, right? To hit level 30 or more. I can't remember how much it is anymore.
Oh, there we have. I mean, with the money he's got, as you said, why not? Refresher Orb has been purchased by Shad.
So buybacks almost available here for Alliance. This is, I mean, they're smoking. If they have the timers, they can probably just threaten this Roche here.
I don't know if they can. It's going to go so quick.
Yeah, it's too scary for Alliance to
yeah, they can't get out to this Roche. This is going to be a free one for Viking again.
And they're going to kill it so fast here. Yep. We watch.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh my god, look at that.
Pew, pew.
Lovely.
Easy Roche.
They are digging bounties around this whole time, though, so we are seeing Alliance's net worth really increasing because of the Pirate Hat. But, okay, who's taking what this time? Boom.
Axe for Boom.
He'll take the Ags. Celery will take the cheese, and they're like, oh god, who's taking Aegis?
Just deny it.
Boom, you take it too. All right, sure. You don't need an Echo Saber. All right.
I mean, it's going to be a hard hold for Alliance. They need that level 30 on. Is he got level 30? Yeah.
Wait, what level's Tiny? Oh, I couldn't even see his level.
He's not going to have that 30 by the time the push comes in, I don't think.
Yep. He's trying to fight. He just can't walk out. Tiny also level 29 we see there. Getting closer to 30 as well. Viking just getting more and more out of the map, even though there's Alliance is digging bounty runes for themselves. They're still getting gold. But you're really feeling, I mean, this is 51,000. Oh my, we hadn't brought up the net worth for some time there, but look at these numbers, everybody.
Oh, damn. This is some good drought. Right here, 52k, 72 minutes in.
I wonder how much Exorcism's going to start doing in all this, because how strong and tanky everybody really is starting to get. Like, this Drow, if he gets solo crested, is going to be up to like 69 or 70 armor or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Illusions too. Keep these lanes nice and pushed in.
You can constantly spam the Manta also. They have the Book. They have the Book of the Dead. They have the Ancients. So many ways to keep those waves pushed in. Alliance smoked up as 3. Maybe trying to catch Viking while they are split up, farming the entire map.
I mean, this is risky.
They might find Celery.
I mean, oh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, they were scared.
Low-ground river.
Scared.
They know what happened last time they were in the low-ground river versus this Drow. Not wanting to risk it. But now, S4, he's too far up.
No, he's good. He's not good. He's always got the E on this. He is good.
He's good.
He's out. He's fine. Lim's going to try and go in onto Boom. They've got this stone coming in from Nico, baby. They roll forward on Handscan. Boom's going to go down the once. Can they do it again? Is Boom going to get back up? Can Viking help? Lim's trying to charge straight in. Yours is up the back lines to stop any help getting in. Toby, he's looking for the Raw. He's going to find it. Roars out to Nico, baby. Pops the refresher shot. The second Raw. Again, holding back the Sven. Chad's trying to do the damage from the sidelines. They've got the control onto Hands. Going to be the buyback from Boom. He's going to buy back Nico, baby. Oh, he's got to be careful. BKB out the first time. He's still got the second round of it with the Ex Machina. He's running. As Alliance, they have to back off. So, a successful move for Alliance. They get the Aegis. They get the buyback out of the Tiny. They don't lose any lives themselves.
Did they use both of the... I didn't see if the refresher was popped on Death Prophet. Did they actually have to use both?
I don't think so.
I didn't see... I didn't think they did have to.
I think he's still got the second one.
Okay. So he's holding on then for a second for it. Shad actually had a really hard time getting in to do any damage in that fight. I feel like he's starting to feel like he's lacking a bit of damage too. He's actually going for this Daedalus now finally. Because he was hitting the Sven and it was doing
two times. Just treat yourself to a rapier.
I mean, they kind of could with the amount of gold that they're spending, you know?
Like, he's playing that well.
Yeah, like he did the 5K in the back, you know, he was doing, I think with just multi-shot. He actually wasn't able to really just get any auto attacks off, even though the Beastmaster got double roar on the Sven. I believe he got Yulesed up from the Earth Spirit in the midst of everything.
He's got the Daedalus. The crit obviously does work nicely with the procs. The passive, piercing that armor, getting the crits in as well.
God, Nico, baby, he's just trying so hard to get this level 30.
It's a hard game. Even when he does hit it at this point, it's like, can the Sven carry against this?
Can they get
all these items, all these ways of kiting?
Yeah, it's can they get on the Drow? Can they get on Shad?
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's tough for Alliance. They've certainly got a challenge, despite the numbers looking as close as they are. Just a 5k difference at 75 minutes in.
This Ex Machina really is making such a big difference for Nico, though. This plus 20 armor, his reset for his Satanic and BKB, it's pretty huge for him to actually be able to tank up.
Well, there we go.
We'll find some juicy books.
Some freebies.
Cash money. Easy.
He's getting that level 30.
Ooh. Toby, now he's got his own refresher, as he had to expend the one from the Roche before. And Alliance, they're actually threatening.
Nico, baby. Nico, baby's going to also go pick up his own refresher.
That's 4.
He's up on the high ground, goes the route. And then he's going to have his E under this.
Both are procs
very early. So now with Viking in full position to hold, Alliance have got to be very careful.
Yeah, and Chad, he can just lifesteal through any of this, you know, poison over damage that came out.
Was hitting these 1100 crits.
Yeah.
Remember, those are going to come in through the armor as well. So a few of those, and you're just dead. You are just dead. Nico, baby, he's so close to 30. He's so close.
He's gonna get it.
Top wave will get it. And we'll see if his plan works. The whole idea that this game, all that happened was he hit 25, he took the wrong talent, he said, boys, I got to get 30 before we win this. He's got the 30 now. He's got the 30. Let's see if that's what they were waiting for.
So many
this may have been the strat all along.
Okay, so the Deso. Okay, I was actually wondering where the Deso, well, Stygian Desolator had gone. It's actually onto the Earth Spirit, so now it's not going to be too much of impact here. Aramis dealing with bottom lane. Crazy game. Alliance just trying to threaten this high ground over and over again versus this Drow, but the Ballista continuing to succeed. But they're getting time here for their ultis to come back online, and they're keeping Viking trapped in the base, so it's kind of, you know, switched a little bit here in these last few moments.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. A little close to the base here. FNG and Boom, he's going to be in with the toss. FNG's chucked up to the high ground. He's in. This will come to an end. He's taken out by a quick sprint. They throw it over the roar onto Limp. Starting to hit into him with the stolen ice buff, locking him down. Celery trying to hold him. He's still able to step out of it. Limp keeping himself safe with the ghost form.
Oh, he's got the Woodland Striders with the Aghanims on Tiny. He doesn't need trees. You can just pop it and then use your tree toss, and it throws the trees from under you.
That's amazing.
That's actually pretty dope.
That is very, very nice.
Are under attack.
They're just going to pop the refresher on the Beastmaster. They didn't get to pop any of the Aeon discs, I don't believe, on the side of Alliance, but they're actually smoking and looking for something here as Exorcism's going down, same for God's Strength, but they have the refreshers.
They do. They do. Nico, baby, he's going to need to use it if they want to try and deal with this. They're going to get the grab again. The stolen ice pop out onto S4. S4, he's taking so much damage here. He is in a lot of trouble. Gets down to the low ground, but Hasken, he's stuck on the high ground. S4, he was able to get out in time.
That level 25, that geomagnetic grip, able to pull S4 away, but Aramis hot on the chase. He has Ice Path again.
Aramis with these catches. Telekinesis into the ice path. The multi shot's out. S4's trying to run. The trees are coming his way. Shad
Aeon disc in 2 seconds.
Gap. Ooh, it's a third kill here for Viking. Buybacks are ready at Alliance. Viking is going to come straight down the mid in an attempt to force these out.
Looks like they're pinging Outpost, but someone else on the team is saying no. Let's try to force something here. They have a huge creep wave pushing in down bottom, though.
Oh man, 12k gold still on Shad. He's chilling. He's got so much money right now in this draw. There's the first of almost certainly multiple buybacks if Viking do continue to push.
They're backing up. Aramis at least will be the one to push out bottom for the moment. They got the Hawk right outside the base too to watch if Alliance does move. And they're going to back up. Are they going to claim Outpost in time? It looks like they will. Slight little bit of experience denied from Alliance when they are able to claim that one. But yeah, they got S4 to buy back here.
They did. That's sort of a little bit of a weakness now opened up.
Yeah. Well, on the other side, Boom, he still does not have his buyback available for 2 minutes.
Back in a couple of minutes. The Roche up in 20.
Okay, so they're trying to find any ways to counter these nullifiers, counter any of these type of saves, or counter these Aeon discs. They've got the nullifier and the Rubik now, so not the likely hero that you'd expect to have a nullifier in this game, but they need it in order to actually focus down and kill these targets to get rid of those Aeon discs.
Yeah.
And bam, another level 25 comes out here, or 30 comes out for the Tiny.
Well, we got that. Pretty nice, right? You're getting the Avalanche cooldown, of course, with the Octarine build. But now with that -7 as well.
Yep.
That's Avalanche's tosses for days.
80 minutes. Definitely the longest game that we've had now.
The longest game of the patch, I would imagine. I don't think we've had many of these getting into this sort of territory.
No.
I mean, where you get to 90 minutes and you unlock the secret tier of items that isn't even listed in the shop. Nobody knows about them, but they're there. Were found in the files. People found the numbers of some of the new items. There were some numbers missing. It's because they're there at the 6th tier.
I haven't gotten to see those yet.
Yes, nobody has.
No.
We'll see if we get there today.
Limp has now bought a Hex, so further away of lockdown, which I did feel like they were kind of lacking, but it's also just been Viking really good about resetting fights. It's anybody's game really at the moment, it feels.
I mean, but it's still, at this stage, I feel it's tough. I feel it's like a 65-35 for Viking.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's tougher for Alliance because they have to rely on those.
It's so hard for Alliance in these fights.
Yeah, and how do they ever break the high ground? Like, they have to kill Shad, but he's been so careful in this game. 13, 2, and 12. Like, this is. I mean, it agrees with us. Thank you, Gaben. But it says, you know, Alliance.
Okay, 48.
But it agrees at least that it's an even stature.
I mean, not many games you'll see at 80-minute mark where it's 48-52. That is certainly something.
It's looking and it's just like both sides have 2 sets of Raxes. Therefore,
I still didn't go for Roche yet, right? Roche is...
No, it's a scary spot. Everyone has everything available. Viking don't want to force that.
Who even needs it? Does anyone?
Does they don't even
He's
want
missing
it?
an Aghanim, you know. Oh.
The nullifier.
Oh, he's alone.
The nullifier.
They don't have damage between the two.
No, they don't.
They've got to start backing off. Hansken, he's going to be in with the chase. He's found the Yule's catch onto Boom. Boom pots the BKB. He's out with the TP. Nothing to stop it. Viking GG will be able to get themselves away.
That's an exorcism.
It is going to be one of the exorcisms forced out.
Yeah. We're going to start seeing those plays, though. They're going to, I mean, I'd imagine they start trying to set up for any of those type of global plays here if Alliance does ever split up, because they have Hawk, right? They have Hawk, they have the boots of travel in order to go for that, and they have the Nullifier now finally to be able to kill heroes through those Aeon discs, but still seems to be very difficult.
The thing is,
it's too risky.
If you're, I mean, and do you need to take that risk?
Exactly.
If you're Viking, you're like, maybe we could try and go for that sort of risky rat play to have the opportunity of ending the game as soon as possible, or we could just keep playing the game as we have done, and hold it in a position that makes it pretty much impossible for Alliance to end. Top lane, they found someone, they found him.
They get him. The Nullifier, no Aeon disc for you.
And with that, they might take Roche. Wait, what am I talking about? Roche is down, right? No.
No, it's up. They pulled it out of the
they pulled it out.
Yeah.
Okay, but Alliance were messing with it.
But that's big.
Yeah.
Definitely a big catch there. Looks like it was a roar in combination with the Nullifier. They're able to grab him.
And any time it is 5 versus 4.
Oh, the Aeon disc actually was procced, but it didn't matter. They just slaughtered him through it.
They can force that buyback out. Like, it's hard to feel that they're going to feel scared about going for anything whilst there's only 4 in Alliance. They're still very powerful.
Camping around their wards, it's all, like we said, it's a lot about those initiations and jumps in order for who gets the targets here. Hansken spotted. There's a Hawk. That's a scary place to play.
Oh, they've got him.
There you go.
Roars out. Hansken's dead.
Nullified.
And they'll definitely go for at least Roche now. 2 heroes out.
Yep.
Alliance won't want to buy back to fight around the Roche pit, I don't think. I think they might have to let this go. There's another one. They're going to have to buy back, though, because Nico Baby's been found on the high ground. Pots the BKB, turns everyone's Boom, and again, Viking. They just go immediately for the disengage. Boom, he's going to be left behind, and the BKB comes to an end. They're able to use up in time to cancel the TP. Boom will be left behind. The Tiny will go down. So the buyback is finding something.
But Alliance, they might be able to get this Roche. They're going to try pretty fast still.
I don't know if they do it fast enough, though. Vikings got the 5-man. Shad shooting him from the side.
The Tiny's running back into.
I don't know if they do it quick enough, Alliance. Do they have the damage to take this Roche? They're trying.
They're committing.
Another multi-shot.
Multi-shots.
It's pushing them out. Limp, he's only got the duration if there's exorcism to fight strong. He's going to pop the BKB. Nico Baby charging in with the stun. Straight away under the Rubik. Force to the side. He'll turn over one Celery. Force keeps Aramis alive, but Celery will fall. Buyback for the Enchantress. Attention from Limp and Effigy. Turned over towards Toby, but the BKB's out. He's on the run, trying to draw Limp and Effigy away from the fight. It's giving space for Boom and Shad to kill off Nico Baby as Limp. He's getting distracted. He's chasing this beast. He's not helping this Sven. Buyback comes out for Nico Baby. Shad still with the BKB out. Turns over towards Hansken. Hansken rolls down to the low ground. Toby, he lives. He's back to base with the TP. As the buybacks from Alliance come into play, but they cannot get back in on the fight.
Limp got distracted.
He went for the Beastmaster and left his Sven alone.
Shad just able to hold his ground with his team on this high ground, as they have been playing super well this entire game on those high grounds. Limp has to be very careful, because I think that one was the second. That was the refresher, right? Yeah, he popped the refresher in the Ghost.
Low
so they're not going to have it.
With the Spell Prism.
Yeah, thankfully they do have that for them going. And bottom is pushing it extremely hard too, so they get a little bit of moment here to catch their breath.
And buyback status, we can see it there. It's now a window where Alliance have nothing. Still, Toby and Shad having theirs available on Viking GG.
So tough to chase into those high grounds. It really is feeling so impossible to get on top of this drought properly.
Got Abyssal Blade on Hansken and Nico Baby, so double or triple waves if you take into account that refresher orb on Nico Baby, and of course the
Ex Machina.
The Ex Machina.
He can like abyssal to abyssal again afterwards with the stun in combination. He has a lot of different ways to get in and around the fights. Gonna smoke. They're breaching the high ground, right? Like, look at how Vikings playing. They know it's like the high ground is where they reign supreme, and they're just sticking around it there. Shad, 15,000 gold. I really feel like he might just be buying this rapier pretty soon, or should be buying this rapier soon. But the Daedalus also does have its merits with that ignore armor crits.
Good hacks for FNG. Oh, it feels pretty bad, right, having to buy it for yourself at this stage.
He's
like, guys, can we not just get the Roche? Can we not just get the freebie?
They're smoking and standing on top of S4 as he's gotten jumped a lot of times here. They're trying to bait him.
The S4 bait. Is it going to work? Oh, Toby's out. Quickly. Well, they're popping the ghost.
He pops it.
He's going to try and chase. He's got the Hex on the cellar. He's in with the Siphon. Jump forward with the Abyssal. Hanskin's got the control on Toby. There's the follow-up Abyssal for Nico, baby. They're locking down the Beastmaster. The Bashes are there as well. Toby's gone. Buyback for the Beastmaster. As they look to hold the high ground, Shad trying to turn over towards Hanskin, but the Ghost Scepter on the rollout. Hanskin's out of range.
Great chase forward there. They even get an aggressive ward down now. Finally, it's probably going to get dewarded instantly by the Book of the Deads, as it does. 450 gold for that Observer ward.
Oh, dang.
All right.
All right.
210 gold bounties as well.
Yeah, buy your sentries, boys and girls.
Yeah.
You're going to be rich.
Great exorcism using to chase him out to force a buyback, but now they have to back away for a moment as they don't have a God Strength ready.
Not a 70. Well, yeah, you're right. Refresher also on cooldown. This is compared to the way things are going at this point, at 87 minutes, that is a long window, considering all the refreshers and Ex Machinas in the game.
Kind of impossible to keep track of, though, at this point. It really does feel, right? Like, for
these are
Viking,
professional players. What do you want about? They've got every single number ticking away in their head.
Of course. No, in these type of games, it gets really chaotic. Remembering every single one of those is tough. It's really just about positioning and keeping your lanes out in a good spot and really those initiations. And Viking just has to keep claiming high grounds and staying on high grounds, because it does seem like Alliance, when they collapse on them, the fights aren't easy for Shad. He has to do a lot of work to disengage over and over again. High grounds will be everything still. Constantly getting the Ancient as well from being on the high ground. Celery always going to be able to get themselves some bonus armor, bonus HP. Seeing the line being drawn though, Celery, he's saying like bottom's a problem. You know, that's the set of racks that we don't have. So it's really forcing somebody to react constantly to it. So it does feel like they do have to force that lane out heavily. Only the Veno and the Drow still with those buybacks. A stalemate on the high grounds.
I mean, if you're Alliance and you want to be safe, you're kind of just not doing anything until your buybacks are back up. Why? You know, why would you?
Both sides are feeling pretty similar.
It would straight up just be throwing if you try and do something whilst you don't have buybacks. You don't need to. It's not like you need to get out and farm any items. Just take it chill. You know, you've already been here for 89 minutes. What's another 3 minutes at this point?
That's a lot of gold. 17,000.
Dude, I hope his Tiny and his Beastmaster have moon shards. Otherwise, they should be reporting.
I think they do.
Okay, they do. Boom.
I don't think you care about giving the moon shards to your Beastmasters. You're worrying more about your own game. That just distracts you. You don't even need to think about that kind of stuff. He's not hitting anybody.
All right, give a moon shard to your Rubik. He's got a damage talent.
Fine. I'll give you that one. Don't distract yourself with that stuff, though. Focus on the game. Your Rubik is 30. How many 30s do we have now? All right.
Dude, Rubik can start selling his items. Go right click.
Go
start changing. Go for the daedalus.
Don't think damage is the problem. It just seems like everyone's just too tanky to take out here with all this ways to mitigate everything. Oh! The Lotus Orb, quick.
Oh, the pig on pig.
DD Rune Bot. Viking, they just don't want to leave this high ground. They just really don't want to leave this high ground.
That DD might actually do it.
They're pinging it. They see it.
Baby gets that DD. That might solve the issue that they've had. They've been low on the damage when it came to getting on top of someone.
Yep.
This could be the rune to do it.
Until he gets nullified and it gets dispelled instantly. But
he's got a BKB. He's got
a BKB. He's got ways to play around it.
You're not going to be able to dispel it through the BKB.
Let's see what they can do here. As Viking have finally left that high ground here for a moment, trying to catch somebody on the wraparound, but Alliance also thinking similar. They're both kind of doing the same move.
They're not going to find anything here. Honestly, could they
can hit the buildings pretty hard, though, right? With the exorcism, double catapults.
Come in. Just go into the base.
I think they might be able to.
Just go in. Yeah, it's going to take a boy back to protection. Just go in.
They still don't have buybacks, though. It's scary. You know, like making those type of plays, but they're thinking about it.
You just do it.
I think they're seeing the auras.
Do it.
They're starting to see the auras.
Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to get the jump on Shad. He needs help. He needs it now. He's going to get it. He's gone. He's dead once. Buyback straight away. Toby's going to come in with the Hex. Oh, there's a mantle. Nico Baby's going to jump over the Abyssal. Look towards Toby. Toby is caught in the ice path. Boom, trying to help out Shad. He's got serious damage from the back, though. Nico Baby's getting on. Nico Baby's trying to run in. The damage isn't enough to bring him down. He tries to live with the life steal. It won't keep him alive. Nico Baby out of the game for 2 minutes. So is Boom, though. They do lose to Tiny. It's a 2-for-1. Nico Baby's buyback back in 1 minute and 10 seconds.
2 for 2. Shout out to buyback. It's a scary moment for Shad.
But he does have the buyback.
Yeah.
This Sven and Earthspirit do
Still
not.
do not. Yep.
Earthspirit's going to have his back now. Hanskin's
coming
got
back.
his.
Yep.
But at least 50 seconds, no Sven. Without your Tiny, I mean, you can still push if you're Viking. You can still push.
So scary now for Shad, though. He's already having a tough time getting himself in position in these fights.
Get yourself Roche. Roche is alive.
Okay, Roche is alive. Could definitely try for that. There's no Sven, like you
Get
said.
yourself Roche.
He's thinking about it. There's a pesky Plague Ward.
I mean, they know. I mean, Alliance can't fight this. Or
They got
maybe
the
they
buyback.
can. Or the buyback will spook them. The buyback will spook them.
Don't give up, says Boom, giving his comrades a little bit of morale there from the bench for the next 65 seconds. They're forcing the lanes out. You see Aramis pushing bottom. They've got the summons pushing a little bit in the mid. 19,000 lead now for Alliance Gold. Does not feel like it matters at all, of course.
No, it doesn't.
All about those jumps.
It is just all about the buybacks right now. Who has them and who does not? 93 minutes. I mean, it's just going to be a mistake that ends this game, really, at this point. It's at this game, if both teams keep this play and this sort of cautiousness, this game's not going to win.
It's eternal.
This game is not going to end.
And as soon as we say that, someone's going to feed out of position.
I don't know.
The game will end abruptly. No, the buybacks are really important, though, for Alliance, because now the Drow is the big threat, right? So I feel like if they full commit with their double, with everyone, pretty much everyone with their buybacks and Alliance, they're going to be in a great spot because Drow only has that one life. So they can full commit onto her and then buy back and go again. And if Drow's dead, they win.
Yeah.
So I feel like Alliance has a pretty big window when Sven is up for them to go.
But
finally,
again, I feel like Viking can just sort of play it super safe until that buyback.
There it is. The Rapier. I think he's feeling the pressure a little bit because he doesn't have that buyback.
Okay. Okay.
God, he's slow. 290 movement speed. Look at him crawling. Look how far back he's playing to, waiting for Ancients. He's like, all right, 3-shot those.
Boom, yeah, 1,700 crits here, ladies and gentlemen. Shad with the
He got rid of the Manta.
DPS.
I think he's like realizing, he's like, I don't need to dispel, like, whatever. It's like, I need to get BKB and just pure damage off. But yeah, Alliance, I think this is their time window to just capitalize on this.
Oh, S4. Oh, they found him!
Getting notified.
They're in straight away. The Eldest will buy him some safety, but he's still falling like the Imps. The Ghost Step keeps him alive. He's out. Nico Baby, he's on top of Shad. He's found Shad. Shad needs help. Is he going to get it? The Hex out to Nico Baby, but Shad is falling low. They're trying to get him out. They're forcing to the side. The Refresher is popped. Shad continues to retreat. The Drow is going to get out of there. They'll lose Aramis. Aramis bites back straight away. Boom. Trying to finish off Hanskin. Hanskin rolls away. Nico Baby's up with the stun. Boom. He is out for 100. No buyback on Boom. He's actually short on the gold. It's not even a timer for Boom. He's just not got the money.
Oh, no. And now the Refreshers are popped. They're going for the Jugular. Drow has reset to full HP. Alliance get the Megas finally.
Here we go, Alliance.
Do they continue pressing forward here?
Still got to respect Shad. Nico Baby. He's trying to go over this. He's going to pop the BKB. Refresher flight. He's ready to charge. He gets the bash onto Celery. Aramis and Shad. They're back holding from the fountain. Limpsy on this to be propped. Turns with the side, but Celery able to force himself away. The Hurricane Pike, the Glimmer Cape doesn't keep him alive though. He's dead. Buys back. Fortification also used here from Viking GG in an attempt to push Alliance back. Alliance still got this window, 50 seconds with the game being 5 versus 4. Ghosts are out. Can Viking hold with just the 4 of them? Shad trying to clear the wave as best as he can with the multi-shot.
Building's dying though.
It is. Tier 4's gone. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's died. He's got a buyback. He's got a buyback. Bot Sing finish this one off. But is he going to get the chance to? Because Hanskin, he's also dead. Hanskin, his buyback still on call out for 4.5 minutes. S4, he's trying to run, but the Yaws control, he's up in the air. He's going to blink in. S4 jumps into his death because he's got the buyback. Just wants to try and get the poison over onto Shad, but Shad doesn't care. Shad doesn't care. He's holding onto him. He's in. The blink head. The control. Shad off guard. He needs help and he needs it now. Aramis is in with a nullifier and the left holding back Lim. Shad, he's able to go. They take down Lim. Lim's dead for 2 minutes. He's got buyback. Nico Baby. He's trying to finish off the agent with a BKB. They've got Shad. Jumps over with the stun. But the Hex. They've got Nico Baby. Shad, he's falling low. Can they save him? The man, he's going to get out. The Shad, he's going to live. He turns. The Nico Baby. The agent is falling. Alliance have done it. At 96 minutes and 30 seconds in. They'll finish it off. Viking trying their best to hold to the final moments.